Do you think that having like 7 lemons in there is going to make you drink more water?
Lemons, strawberries. Hey, Trev, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's a lot of natural sugar in that, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, fuck it. Still got to give my gallon.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, the sugar. Ooh, was it really in my car? God damn it! The sugar in fruit, in terms of losing weight, it's still your enemy. You don't want to be eating fruit if you're losing weight.
That's why you can't eat fruit on keto.
I mean, I've been drinking for fucking 10 years.
Well, that's a good point.
I took all the alcohol out of my system. I don't think this sugar is going to make a big difference.
Fruit's good for you.
We're not comparing it to your previous lifestyle, which was obviously just complete human annihilation. We're comparing it to like what a sane person might choose to eat.
I feel good as fuck now.
I mean, yeah, after dumping fucking sugar and alcohol down your throat for all those years, I would assume you probably feel pretty good.
I feel good.
You're making up for it with the mushrooms.
I went back to boxing. I stopped the mushrooms too.
You're eating shrooms?
I was on it for a minute.
His eyes light up because he's a shroom dude over here.
No one told me like don't do them at the club.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I'm freaking out at the club.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
You're lucky.
man.
Oh yeah, that's a bad
You
idea.
gotta be in a safe environment.
Like you literally hear the beat like. Boom, boom,
No,
like,
no. You ever get like, you do shrooms at like a club or a concert, man? You get all paranoid, like someone's trying to kill you and shit.
I didn't think nobody's gonna try to kill me. I thought my
thought
body
that.
was trying to kill me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that shit was bad.
That's my one regret from the Bootleg Kev interview that we did the other day is that we didn't have enough time to fully go into his
The shroomage.
new business where he sells shrooms.
Yeah,
we
I
don't
do.
have to cover it now, but just in
I don't
general.
sell shrooms.
I'm about to say, where's the?
He promotes the sale of shrooms in some way. I'm not sure who's actually fulfilling the orders, but he had a shirt on of some sort of shroom company.
This nigga gonna
Okay,
get you caught
DJ
up.
Vlad.
He's gonna get you caught up.
He told me that in his hood it's normal to say, "Oh, you Vlad, you Vlad."
Is that
I never
that's an
told you.
Wait,
adjective?
no, he said that. It was Kiki said that.
Yo,
I'm
you
about to say,
you
why would
Vladed
you-
me.
Vlad has
Why would
been
you put that on me?
associated
He
with the
said
police for a while.
I'm like,
Bro,
what
the
the
sound is
fuck?
that sound? Is that sound? Are you firing that thing off? I
Hell
like
yeah.
that.
I
It's-
also
it's
have the
right there, too.
opportunity. We
The
try to
SUV
keep
boy.
it away from AD because he's very responsible.
You know what's crazy? I barely even use it on my show now.
You love stream.
You fell back on it?
But it's just you got like this principle thing in my head now, and it's been like when I think about doing something, it's like, no AD, don't you do this, AD.
The ticks.
But this is the
tick.
funny thing about it is that last week on House Phone's show, I saw him dealing with Hesh and getting annoyed at Hesh being basically what House Phone kind of is to me because Hesh is picking up his phone mid-podcast.
Tagging the wall.
I told him it was cool if he tagged the walls, even though, in retrospect.
Press one for Trev.
It does look a little ugly. You're not allowed to direct the boy. And don't take orders from him.
I'm not snitching.
But-
It says his name.
I mean,
Yeah, he's just
you guys like you probably, being that you have your own show, I mean, do you have anything that gets annoying to you that you see other people doing on your podcast that you feel takes away from the actual conversation?
Honestly, I'm so childish that it's like all funny to me.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, I think since Josh is our fourth mic now, he's the voice of reason that we need. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have enough reason going on. It's the same jokes.
Yes, we do.
Every episode has the same jokes about the arm and the tiger thing.
We don't talk about
I
the
just
arm
really
no
want
more.
you guys to graduate past that
arm.
at some point.
That just lets me know that you ain't watched the last 2 episodes.
That's true.
Because none of that shit came out.
It didn't?
No.
what happened to that? What happened to T-Row's arm? Anyway,
I
You
don't
got
want to
crushed
talk
by a
about
bulldozer.
I don't want to talk about it.
They got mad at me because I didn't talk about it on his interview, even though I had just watched the interview with you. He talked about it in there, right? Yeah.
no, because I thought the same thing. I was like, you guys talk about it all the time on the
And
show.
the
Why
fun-
would I
the,
want
the
to bring that
funniest
up?
shit on my Twitch, we playing the tiger shit for him so he could dance and shit.
Oh, man.
That shit was classic.
The question is just when he's going to turn against that and be like, I don't think it's funny anymore.
Nah, he don't care.
Yeah, but you kind of, but that's the thing. Yeah, he doesn't care, but he kind of has to act like he doesn't care because if he acts like he cares, then all of a sudden you guys have this like ultimate weapon to piss him off. If he acts like he doesn't care, then he gets to roll with the punches.
Not really. T-Rail really from the streets, so it's like nothing that people can say here like that's not like super disrespectful to him. He's not gonna take to the heart. Like you can't really say nothing to me that's gonna make me like want to fight somebody.
If you lost a leg, do you think that we would just be able to poke fun at you?
well, if it just happened, then I mean, shit.
I feel
that'd be
like
that's when
traumatic
it's gonna
if it
be the
just
funniest.
happened.
But if it honestly, if I lost a leg, God forbid, nigga, I know what I signed up for. I'll be right here. Y'all can call me Peggy, whatever the fuck y'all want to say.
Peg Bundy.
Yeah, I will definitely call you Peggy.
Yeah.
Peg leg Fred.
Look what happened when you got your style. I wouldn't let you live with that shit. Freestyling with it, all that.
So why do you think I hid my hair transplant?
You have a hair transplant?
Have I made fun of you for
Couple
having a
of
hair
them.
transplant?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
No, I haven't.
Not anything too crazy.
The only thing I made fun of you the most of is being porn man. That's it.
I made
And
fun
that's
of
something
you-
that's great.
I made fun of you for having a heart condition. I made fun
I don't
of you.
have a heart condition.
I made fun of you for everything that's happened throughout your life because that's how I think friends should be.
Yeah.
Within reason.
Yeah.
Now, everybody can't joke with you like that, but if it's somebody that you consider your homeboy, you know, we're not really trying to hurt each other's feelings. Like, if I ever thought for a minute that T-Rail's feelings was hurt by us joking, I would never say this shit again.
He's the joking type too, so he's gonna just shout him just as fast as you shoot him back.
For sure,
like,
for sure.
If not faster.
And here we are talking about this motherfucker's arm again.
Exactly. Shout out T-Rail.
Not a played out topic at all. Anyway, welcome everybody to the No Jumper Show. Something is going on with Lil House Phone. We don't know what.
Omicron.
He's been kind of
Pray for House
incommunicado in the group chat for the most part, but he did respond today, so we know that he didn't lose his lit-eye or anything like that. But
Sheesh.
we have replaced him, at least for the day, with Bootleg Kev
What's
right
up,
here.
what's up?
Very excited to have Bootleg Kev on the show. Me and AD recently did a podcast on his show.
When you called him Mexican, and he's a Caucasian male.
I didn't call him Mexican.
That's a
I
classic
just thought he was Mexican.
I thought he was mixed with
Yeah, you act
something.
like it was like a bad thing. Like, yo, you called him Mexican, bro.
No, it's just the look on your face was like the most priceless shit.
Yeah.
When you have 9 Latino children, I'm allowed to think that you're Mexican.
Two.
Two, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you got black children.
Yeah, my wife's, one of my sons is mixed, yes.
Okay.
Oh, so your wife is part black.
His
No,
wife is black.
my wife is not black. My wife is
never mind.
Mexican.
That's what I thought.
No,
Okay.
she from a previous relationship.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I like it.
Yeah. We have a nice mixed family thing going on. You know what I'm saying? So
That must be cool to have your kid be a person of color, even though you're not.
A person of color. Wow.
What?
I mean, I don't know.
That's the polite term, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It's I guess it's sure.
Technically, right? I don't know.
Nigga, you ain't black.
I'm
He's
mixed
Mexican.
though.
Is he
Are
a
you
person
Mexican?
of color? I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
Mexican and white.
Can you call a Mexican a person of color, or is that only for black people?
See, he looks
I don't
white.
know. Is that?
I feel like person of color is something that nobody says in real life, but they say it like on Twitter and maybe like at certain corporations, like your HR guy will tell you that you're a person of color.
Like Trump. Look at my African American right there.
If I said this guy is a person of color, I feel like everybody,
You
in the,
might get
room,
your ass
everybody
beat.
in the room is gonna laugh at me
yeah.
because why would you not just say black?
If you go in the hood and on the train station right now and say, look at this person of color, you might get beat up.
Is
That sentence in and of itself, I agree would not.
Is it kind of because you can't say colored person? That's racist. So,
Color
That's-
person
that's
is
out.
racist.
but person of color isn't racist.
But then you have the National
I don't like
Association for
none
the
of them.
Advancement of Colored People. Like that used to be the normal
Super
word.
dated
Yeah.
fucking name of an
That's
org-
crazy. They
yeah.
never had to change that. Everybody changes everything now, but they never
Yeah.
changed that.
They might just throw out the acronym and just be like, no, we're just the NAACP. We don't even know what that shit means
Don't
anymore.
call nobody color. Just leave it alone.
That's terrible.
I wanted to hashtag whites for Arby's, but I mean, I guess that
That's
wasn't
everybody.
the right idea.
Maybe no like white solidarity
Yeah, I
groups
was
or
like, I
anything.
thought that would throw.
No
I was
race
like,
for
I don't
Arby's.
think
You get too
but
close
he
to the
can
Proud
he
Boys
can come
type
out
thing.
in the club with the fucking blacks for Arby's. Why I can't put the fucking whites for Arby's? You know.
I don't know. That's kind of like you already pressing the line when it come down with
Whites
that.
for
I'm not
anything.
even tripping.
Maybe
I'm not
just
pressing
leave that
no
alone.
line. I
Yeah.
like, you know.
I don't know. I'm just not
I'm
trying
part
to
of the
form
movement.
like a whites for anything group. Like I'm into Zelda. I'm not going to start like a white Zelda fans.
Whites for the Zelda.
White Zelda
Anything,
fans
yeah,
anonymous.
White
whites for
breath-
anything
white
just
breath of the
sounds
wild.
Bad.
Doesn't that sound racist?
Yeah. Whites for anything. is
Bootleg
just-
Kev. Okay, let's hit Bootleg Kev with the question. What did you do this weekend?
This weekend, I went to the 49er Rams game. Almost got into a fight. And then,
Was it because of a woman showing her tits?
no, it's
You
crazy.
saw that video though?
No,
that wasn't a
well,
football
what's
game.
crazy is like at the game, we're sitting in front of like right behind some dude and his girl who are Rams fans, and then right in front of them were like the most tatted up, essayed out 49er fans.
People of color.
Anyway,
Continue.
so like these two guys and this dude who's just with his lady are about to fight. And the dude who's with his lady is like kind of a square, but this guy's like not backing down. And his lady starts hitting him and telling him to shut the fuck up. Like, you're gonna get your ass beat, whatever. So this girl gets up and goes and snitches on her boyfriend to the cops. And,
Wow.
and so I went to take a piss and came back, and everyone was gone except the lady. So I was like, yo, they kicked your boyfriend out? She said, he wasn't my fucking boyfriend. I got him kicked out. So they kicked the boyfriend. So she watched the rest of the game by herself. And yeah, they kicked the two vatos out, and this lady just watched the game alone.
So she was just on a date.
I guess to a fucking Rams game, and she stayed and watched the game by herself. It was like middle of the first quarter.
Bad bitch. I like it.
Where did the fight come from?
Just Rams, Niners fans talking shit.
No, I thought you almost got in the fight.
Oh yeah, no, that was just because my friend was fucked up.
About that same thing.
Yeah, that was later on after the game. The Niners won. He was talking shit to Rams fans, and I almost had to,
Whopping nigga.
I feel like having anything to do with sports is just too risky. Like there's just too much violence, too much anger. Like people just get too heated up. I don't want to be around that kind of energy.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm a Cardinals fan, so they're playing the Rams in LA this Sunday, and I'm like, man, I don't know, because if I pay all that money to go to that fucking game and we lose, then I got to deal with all the Rams fans on my way out.
What, they're gonna make fun of you?
Oh,
It's rough.
Like pun.
Yeah. But on the contrary, earlier this year, I went to a LA Rams game, Cardinal the fuck out. We beat the shit out of the Rams. On my way out, I was talking shit, so it felt good, and I FaceTime pun.
See,
and
I don't want any of that smoke.
Yeah. No, the sports thing is very irrational.
Yeah.
Me and my friend just had a discussion, like our lives would probably be a lot more productive and happier if we just stopped watching sports.
If he gave up meth, his would be more productive.
I feel another joke that you make every episode. Let's just throw that in there.
You do meth.
Let's throw that in the tick box of things that AD thinks is funny.
At least it's
to
not
say every
crack.
time. No, but that actually raises like an interesting question though, because I've always related sports to basically like gangbanging. It's
Yes.
like the same fucking thing.
It is literally that.
It's literally exactly the same thing because it makes no sense. It's also like a religion.
I have an
Because
Arizona Cardinals tattoo on my chest.
Almost everybody just
Right
rocks
here.
with the religion that they're born
Nigga,
with.
how does gangbanging make no sense?
It is very much so like it's very irrational, like tribalism, like to the point where you'll fight somebody over it.
It's not like you think that the people from your neighborhood are actually the best people in the city, right?
Fuck no.
No, okay. But still, for some reason, when you're in a gang, you then have to basically treat everybody that you grew up around. You're just like deciding to commit to them, and somehow if anybody disrespects them, then you got to go do something crazy to them. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. The same way that like if you're a Cardinals fan, the Cardinals today are not even close to the same team that they were like 3-4 years ago, never mind 10, 20 years ago when you started watching. To have that allegiance to it, it kind of like escapes logic.
It does. It is like in that way. It is like gangbanging. I
Gotta be
agree.
loyal, gotta be
But
loyal.
see, a lot of people and a lot of sports fans, it is the same like gangbanging, right? Their parents were these fans. They passed
Exactly.
that. They passed that shit down. Gangbanging is a result of little boys not having positive male role models, and you know what I'm saying. They look to the people in their neighborhoods to fucking. They telling him to do bad stuff and do shit.
Well, you
like
had
that.
a positive male role model. Your dad's a solid guy.
I didn't grow up with my
Different.
dad.
Oh, there's that situation. Well, obviously, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I just saw your dad was on the fucking podcast. I was like, yo,
Hey,
80s dad.
hey,
80s dad
hey.
knows about tax law and shit.
Hey, my pops is doing his thing, but I grew
He's
up.
like, I just met him last year.
Nah, I grew up in Compton, California, man. My dad didn't live with me. I lived with my mom and my grandma.
But it's also very similar to religion in the sense that
that's
like
true.
almost everybody ends up being the religion that they were born with. Like I always think it's really interesting when I meet, and interesting is a nice word, but when I meet like a white girl who just at 25 decides she's just going to be chilling in the mosque and like, no, I decided that Islam is it. And I'm just like, wow, like what a fascinating decision to make as an adult. Like if you're a kid and you're born into it, then it's super easy to understand. But like, I remember I used to be fucking with this girl, this white girl, who just decided that she was a Muslim. She got Bismillah tattooed on her fucking neck. We're going to the corner store, and the motherfucker at the corner store is like giving her free beer and shit because he's like kind of impressed by her and shit. And then I talking to her, I'm like, so why'd you end up becoming Muslim? She's like, well, I did this like religious studies course, and I like learned about all the world's religions, and it just
Resonated.
It just resonated with me. And I'm like, what was it about it? She's like I don't remember what the fuck she said. It was like 20 years ago, but it was like some bullshit. I'm like, wow, you must be easily persuaded if you just switched your fucking religion in the context of learning about all the religions.
I feel like most people who are religious are easily persuaded in general.
That's interesting.
I don't know.
Or they were at least easily persuaded once.
Or they believe
That's true.
Or they're very gullible people. You know what I mean?
Many of them are. But I feel like a lot of them aren't because a lot of them, they sort of get told some shit early on and there's just nothing that would ever be able to remove them from that belief. Like, I don't think that there's, like, most Christians, if you were to, like, provide them with, like, absolute proof that the Bible was not what they think it is, they're not switching sides.
No, they're standing.
they're in for
They're
life.
10. Yeah, they're 10 toes in.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway, fuck football. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Were we talking about football?
We're talking about football.
Did you see the video? I'm guessing you guys didn't see it now, but there was a video at maybe a hockey game. I think it was a hockey game, basketball game. Supercross. There's a fucking girl who looks like she's so drunk, and she's just like walking around in the stands at the game, just showing her tits. You could just see it in her face that she's fucking plastered.
Supercross?
I think it was Supercross. And then
She had to be Caucasian?
What is
definitely.
what is Supercross?
motocross.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a white person.
But
sport for
anyway,
sure.
there's another woman who got glasses, and she looks like kind of a normie in comparison to this drunk whore. And she's fucking she starts like getting violent, like put your tits away. I'm trying to enjoy the game because all the dudes are screaming and hooting and hollering at her, dumping her
Hooting
tits
and
out.
hollering.
Is it a game?
And then
No, it's not a game. It's like a race, right?
Supercross
It's
does not
some
imply
Supercross.
a game, right? Anyway, they end up fucking brawling in the fucking stands and shit. And
Is
there's
it-
just a crazy ass video.
Is
and
she
it-
fighting with her tits out?
I think the tits end up getting put back in before any like
Whoa.
violence happens. But man, they look like some nasty ass tits. I'm like, that says a lot about like the stands at this game that people are getting that excited about some
Dude, it's like-
trash boobs.
It's like going to a Tech 9 show and he does this fucking woo areolas. And it's
Stop.
like,
does he really?
yeah.
I didn't know about that.
So like, you know, Tech 9 fans look like how you think Tech 9 fans would
I'm
look
not
like.
fucking
At least
a
the
Tech 9 fan.
At least, well, I fuck with Tech. That's my guy.
Me
but
too,
his,
but I'm not fucking his fans.
his female fans are exactly who you think they are.
Right.
And it's like 30 of them on fucking some dude, some big ass juggalo shoulders pulling their pasty ass fucking pink tits out.
Right.
And it's bad. Yeah. It's like the only show where tits get pulled out where you're just like, meh.
Yeah.
Put
those down.
Put them away.
But do you remember being young when I was like 13, 14, going to fucking metal concerts, and there'd be girls like standing on their boyfriend's shoulders or like sitting on their shoulders and showing
Yes.
the tits? And I was
That
young,
was
just
very
like,
acceptable.
Yes, yeah, like just actually storing up the image of those boobs
Mental
in my brain
photo.
to beat off to later.
No, I don't.
Now I had that scramble.
Sick nigga.
That you ever jerk off to the cable scramble?
Yeah, but I ain't jerking off to a green boob.
What the hell is the cable scramble?
Man,
never-
that shit used to be lit.
You go to the porno channel on your TV, but it's fucking scrambled.
There'd be enough coming through where you could get your shit off.
You could hear it. You
Yeah.
could hear the sounds of sex. And like every now and then the scramble
You see
would,
a pussy?
would chill a little bit.
Yeah.
You see a nipple. You're like,
I was all you
nipple.
needed though. Before the internet
scramble?
fucked us up.
I mean, yeah, now you could never imagine it.
I never.
I forgot you and Bootleg Kev share the same like
porn boys.
porn. Yeah, y'all definitely porn boys and
First
shit.
thing they
Like
started
cable
talking about
scramble.
when they-
You'd have never seen this.
You've never seen scrambled
No,
porn, bro?
it's-
How old are you?
You lived a sheltered existence.
Bro, I did. I'm not even
We
in
grew up with
porn
the
like
internet.
that.
Let me get my phone. I got hella topics in my phone too. I just don't want to.
Look at Unc. You heard of cable scramble?
The scrambled porn? Yeah, he knows.
That's a real one right there. He been beating off way longer than you.
Bruh.
That's crazy.
He put in work for his beating off. Wow.
Before the internet-
Suicide just schooled you.
We had to, like, I paid, me and my best friend Ramses, we had like a clubhouse in this field. And we used to pay homeless dudes.
Not Clubhouse, like a real clubhouse.
No, like a fucking clubhouse.
Somebody had to say it.
We used to.
We all thought of it.
We used to pay homeless dudes to fucking buy us porno mags. We'd be like, you know, there'd be like a homeless guy outside of Circle K or some shit. We'd fucking give him the money and he'd go in to get us the pornos.
I used to do that, but then at a certain point, I decided to sort of just shorten the process, and I would just get a disposable camera and give it to the homeless guy. Say, "Hey, go in the woods, take pictures of your dick, and then give it to me."
What?
This is.
the fuck is
Look,
wrong?
once he found out he was white, he's like, oh yeah, these
Yeah,
jokes
that's
are coming.
yeah.
I love
All
it.
fucking day.
Great
So
one,
you-
Adam.
So you had a treehouse?
Yeah. We
Wow.
made that shit.
Well, like
yeah.
a sign and shit.
Nah. There
What was your club called?
It was just me and my homie Ramses.
Jerk off
Y'all
boys.
had a fucking name.
Jerk off boys.
I don't know.
It wasn't Kevin Ramsey's
The bootleg
club.
boys.
We had like a piece of carpet that would keep all the pornos underneath. So we'd like pull them up. They'd be all fucking.
Magic treehouse.
Yeah.
Bro, because you inspired me, but like retroactively when I was interviewing him, because he's telling me about how he used to be a bootlegger and he would make CDs
Yeah.
and shirts and
That's tight.
jerseys and all this shit. And I was just, it keeps like coming into my mind, like a lot of that hustle wouldn't really work as well now because like nobody's gonna buy a fucking burnt CD unless they're a total idiot.
no.
But like, there's a lot of things you could bootleg, and porn is back in the day. If you were bootlegging porn. Because what, the feds are going to run down on you and figure out that this fucking porn is bootleg? Like, are they really going to give a
Well,
shit?
now it's just, you know, people selling the mega upload links, right? The Reddit links. I know somebody who does that.
Me too.
Oh my god.
He tried to sell me a fire stick full of porn.
Pause.
That was the other hustle for a while. The hacked fire
Fire
sticks.
sticks?
I used to do that shit.
Before we
Yeah.
employed him as no
Allegedly,
jumper.
allegedly.
Before we picked him up.
Yo,
he
I
was
got the
Arby and a
Cody.
Hellcat.
I got the Cody.
Cody-
Cody
the
9.0, whatever the
Cody-
fuck.
That's what it was called? He
The
was
Cody for
subscribed
sure.
to the Army and a Hellcat thing.
Nah, the Cody was busting.
That Cody was, it still is busting low key. Movie box, all that, you know.
Cody. I don't know about the Cody.
I have no
Yeah,
idea
that's the
either.
shit.
Wow.
On the fire stick, yeah. That shit's so easy to install too.
That's what I said. It's
I used to
easy.
crack people upside the head for like $100 for like 5 minutes of
So
work.
you was bootlegging it too?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of cracking somebody upside the head, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The
was
NFL
fucking
playoffs are here. He's
Sweet
wondering
seg,
why I'm
bruh.
looking at him. The NFL playoffs are here, and with MyBookie, you can take home your biggest wins of the season thanks to their double deposit bonus. It's easy. You sign up with MyBookie and you use the promo code NOJUMPER, all one word, to make your first deposit, and bang! Double your money instantly into your account up to $1,000. Now that you're loaded up and ready to go, it is time to place your bets with no regrets and get your wins when it matters most. If you're torn about where to place your first bet, listen up because I'm going to give you a push in the right direction. Before the playoffs kick off, wager on your pick to take home the Super Bowl 56. The Packers look like obvious favorites, but you can't count out the defending champion Buccaneers. These are football teams, apparently. The field is wide open this year, so head to MyBookie and back your team to go all the way this postseason. Don't miss out. Double your first deposit up to $1,000 by using the promo code NOJUMPER, all one word. Head to MyBookie, place your bets, and get ready for an unmatched intensity of playoff football. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
You know what I love about my bookie is like December of 2019, they took about 20 grand off of me. Yeah, it was a rough month.
And now you got them as an advertiser, so
And
you're
now
slowly
they're at-
clawing your way back.
Well, no, and then when like they're like offshore. So like when you call a customer service, it's like a Dominican guy like on the phone, like in what, like I think
A
they're in
person of
Costa
color.
Rica. Yeah, they're like they're in Costa Rica. So like I would like call and be like, yo, I actually put this bet in twice, But yeah, shout out to my bookie, man.
Oh, really? That worked.
Yeah, no, it actually did happen. Like on
That's a
actually
smart
They
strategy.
almost had
right
you
there.
living in the treehouse.
back. Yo, shout out to my bookie. I look
the
forward to
porn.
getting
You
some of
lost
my money
20K
back.
in a month?
Yo, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's pretty serious.
Yeah, it was bad. It was the worst Christmas of my life. I was so
What's the
sad.
most you lost on poker in 1 month?
20, 30, nothing too crazy. But,
Get it back.
yeah, get it back. I haven't had a losing poker session in a long time, which is kind of freaking me out. It's like, oh shit, I remember when I was like actually losing money.
Like you
consistently.
overdue now?
No, yeah, kind of. But I mean, it's not like we're overdue. It's just
What's the
It goes
dynamic
up, it goes
between
down.
like in-person poker? Are you as good if you're in person?
everyone who plays poker in real life, for the most part, sucks. Now, I don't want to say that, but there's a lot of like really bad poker players who love to go to the casino and just sit there and play, right? Whereas online, it's like it attracts the best players because they're like, and bad players just get demolished hella fast. So
Online, they do?
Yeah, it's like online is so much harder than
Really?
real life. But then at the same time, in real life, you get to play like 20 hands an hour. Versus online, you're playing like hundreds of hands per hour. Like usually, you're playing multiple
But like
tables and everything.
in person,
Tabs.
aren't you like keeping up on people's ticks or like they're like?
And that even if you're good at poker, then that's like an additional level of,
But you don't have
opportunity
that
for
online,
you.
right?
You have stuff that you can like make a decision based on, such as like their timing.
Okay.
Or you even have like statistics through like this display on the screen that can tell you like how they play, generally speaking. So you can make observations about them, but nothing that's going to compare to like I'm sitting across from a fucking 80-year-old man and he goes all in on the river, and I'm looking at this guy and I can tell that he does not have the bluff in him. Like he's never bluffing. Like this guy's he has an amazing hand. Whereas online, a lot of players are willing to bluff it all in on the river with nothing because they're good. So it's a whole thing.
Don't know what that means.
Anyway,
On the river, in the van down by the river.
Porn and poker, I don't know.
I would like to. You've never seen porn?
No, I just say porn and poker.
Have
Like,
you've seen porn though?
yeah.
Because me and Kev are sharing what we're into, and you're,
Yeah, come on. You act like you ain't never watched no fucking Pinky in your
He
life,
watches
bro.
Pinky, that's
No
what- that's what
Cherokee.
I was
No,
thinking.
we
I'm
never
sorry.
paid the homeless man to get the porn for us. That's what we've never done. We've seen porn. We just
Bro, I
never
was
did
fucking
that.
11 years
They're just
old.
young and they have a computer.
I'm
so they
11.
don't
I
do
can't.
that.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
watched it on the fucking
we had-
internet.
yeah, we
I didn't have
Pinky,
internet.
Pinky for sure.
You don't know? What about
Cherokee for sure too.
Yeah, of course. Come
Yeah,
on.
those is
Little
dope.
Isla Fox.
But you don't head to
I
Pornhub
don't
no
know
more?
Isla Fox. Huh?
You don't head to Pornhub
Lacey
no more?
Duval?
Nah, I don't be watching porn like that.
Olivia
'cause
Lovely?
He said, "Oh, I don't jerk off. If I want to come, then I'm just gonna fuck my girl."
I'm just saying, if your
As
girl,
if that's always an opportunity. What
if
if your
your
girl has
girl-
COVID?
Ooh.
then you go in the shower, let it loose.
What?
But that's what I'm saying. You beat off. Okay, you do beat off. All
So
right.
in the
who
shower,
don't
you
beat
got.
off? I
you-
told you that.
But you don't have your
Do you
phone.
have the phone in the shower? The
Nah, I
waterproof
use my
boy?
imagination.
Oh wow.
What, you think about dragons and shit? Unicorns.
Oh,
Yeah. What do you think about?
I feel like this is gonna get me in trouble. So I'm just
No.
gonna
Big
decline.
booty stitches.
My woman. That's what I think about.
Yeah.
Who falls within the realm of big booty stitches,
and,
right?
and a dragon.
And a dragon.
Respectfully.
Oh my God! Imagine you were jerking off thinking about your girl riding a dragon.
That's kind of hot.
But do you think your girl would be mad because she's like, "Well, I don't actually have a dragon, so I can't fulfill your fantasy"?
Is that cheating?
Is it cheating to pretend you have a dragon? I don't know.
Who knows?
It's a really good question. I'm on vacation from doing Plug Talk because we had all these episodes stored up. We took December off basically. We took January damn near off, so I got to get back to filming in a week or two. But it's been nice just having a nice little dick vacation.
Did you see-
Just gotta go back.
Jenna
to fucking-
Jameson's got some fucking disease. She can't walk anymore.
And
seen
in the
that. I've
video
seen that.
about
That's sad.
how she's basically dying, she's like, I didn't get the jab or any other jab. She has to throw in the anti-vaccine shit. It's like, bitch, who are you to take the higher ground morally here? Like, you got to get yourself out of this fucking bed before you can start telling us how to live our lives.
Yeah, she
You,
looked,
you was on her side until she said that shit.
she
huh?
looked
I felt
terrible.
bad. Yeah, what the fuck happened? And why,
Yeah.
how are you in bed
With
in the
the filter.
hospital and you're using a filter
Yeah,
to film
she-
yourself? Like, let us just see your skin falling off or
'cause
whatever
she
the
knows
hell's
she
going
looks
on.
like
I was,
shit.
it was sad. It was sad. I was
Cloudless
like,
life.
She's
man.
kind of like the, I guess, like the Jordan of porn, right? Like one of
Jordan.
she's like top 3, like ever as far as just like popularity. Like I feel like I'm not
Yeah.
saying I was never a
Damn.
fan,
She was that.
but she was that bitch
And
forever.
She was so hot, super good personality. She seemed dope as fuck. She definitely like ran the game.
No, she ran shit. Yeah, she was like in the magazine era. She was, she was the one.
I didn't know who she was. I said, man, prayers to her.
Wasn't she married?
I
to
was
Tito
never
Ortiz?
a fan. Yeah, who was also a crazy MAGA bastard.
Who is also basically retarded as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, that guy, his brain is just a pile of fucking mush at this point, dude. It's crazy.
I guess he used to beat the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all that he would do that. And it doesn't surprise me at all that she would
Take
in any
it.
way like drive him to do that. Like I could see her being so annoying.
She deserved it.
I wouldn't beat her up if she was that annoying, but I could see her being so annoying that
She
somebody,
deserved all the domestic
Tito
violence.
Ortiz and his CTE, I could just see that he would
Everybody,
probably not
don't
have the
hit women.
longest views. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
terrible.
Don't hit women
Do
at
not
all.
hit women at all.
Do not
yeah.
be bitches. That's not a cool thing to do.
Don't be bitches.
Okay, Kev, do not be bitches. Do not
Don't
never
be
commit
bitches.
suicide.
You got to put that on a shirt.
Don't be bitches.
Do not be bitches. It's a factoid. Anyway,
DBB.
So
DBB.
this weekend, I had a BMX jam. It was the first On Some Shit BMX jam that we've done in a couple years. And of note, AD did not come because he cares more about House Phone and the shoot pop-up than he cares about me and what I have going
What
on.
the fuck?
Let's
You
just
the
throw
one-
that out there right away.
Wow.
Now, granted, I didn't make as big a deal about mine as House Phone. I didn't demand you guys come on this podcast. You had no idea how much it would hurt my feelings when you didn't come. Just kidding. But we did. Trev came, and your brother Kiki came. So he was able to see the BMX environment and how crazy it was, and how it was probably the best jam that we ever did. So I felt like he got to see an extremely great version of what a BMX
I seen
gathering
the
can be about.
stories. It looked like it was fun.
Fantastic.
It looked like a music video shoot.
I seen somebody with some like big ass pants.
Jinkos.
Yeah.
That was Air
That's
Dol-
what Jinkos
Air
are? He
got a
Dolphin,
pair.
yes.
Someone had Jinkos on?
He did give me a pair, yeah.
Like real Jinkos?
Yo, he's sponsored by Jinko. This guy Air Dolphin. He's,
Still?
Yeah. He's a fascinating character. He's from Massachusetts, so he's from like right by where I'm from. He's cut, bro, like chiseled, like abs out the wazoo. Finely tuned. His eyebrows, everything looks perfectly manicured. He out here with no shirt on all the time. And
Boy,
just
boy,
the,
West Coast.
The biggest Jinkos, different. Picture boy, West Coast, but white.
But white.
And wearing
Yeah, but
Jinkos. And he soap shoes and he rollerblades, and he's been going crazy because people just love the vibes of just like the 90s energy. He edits his rollerblading clips to fucking like Offspring and all these 90s songs.
Did we talk about the Jinko pants on the interview we did? I didn't know that they were still making pants.
I was obsessed with it when I was 13. So that is 25 years ago, and I know that's not when the brand started in 1997 when I was 13, but I mean, they've been through so many different stages of ownership. Like every couple of years out here, like, oh, Jinko got sold to this company, Jinko got sold to that company, Jinko's trying to do marketing at this thing, etc. And yeah, I don't know like what the current state of affairs is, but the Jinkos that homie was wearing were like very, very authentic Jinkos.
Big pockets?
Huge. Like just like they were back in the day when
50 inches.
Bro, I used to be like walking out 50 inches. Pause. Very good pause. Yes, I've seen a lot of 50-inch dicks lately.
Nice.
But I would be seeing a fool walk through the mall, and I would see those gigantic Jinkos just waving, and I would just be like, "That's the man."
And the
That's
bottom,
the dude.
the bottom of the Jinkos would always be
Oh,
disgusting.
yeah. Until they started cuffing them.
Well,
And
yeah.
then it kind of became a style thing. Like, do you want to be
you
the
wanna
guy
cuff
with
your
the cuffed
pants?
Jinkos, or do you want to be the guy
The
with the really
disgusting
ripped
ones.
up Jinkos?
Yeah.
Hey, it's crazy too. Speaking of that, because I finally heard an ICP song yesterday.
How terrible was it?
It was just like Iggy Little Piggy or something. I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is this shit?
So you wait until
It
they
had to be
basically
terrible.
are like disbanding to start talking shit about them?
I didn't even know they was. What
They
the
broke
fuck
up?
was doing? I didn't know that.
They're not broken up, but they are having some health problems. So they're basically like
Oh, that's
really
fucked up.
scaling back their touring to like, you know, maybe like a couple dates. per
How old
month.
are those guys, you think? In their 50s now?
Like late 50s, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're pretty old.
I'm getting old
They
as
they
shit.
donated for me to listen to it, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
The
Wait,
Tw- Twitch
ICP
fans.
donated?
No, fucking
Probably.
on my Twitch, somebody donated for me to like react to it.
I was like, is Violent J fucking on Twitch? Like, yo, I need AD to listen to my shit.
I would believe it. Anyway, what was really unique about the BMX Jam is that we had Crip Mac pull up and announce it. Now, this was like a little bit, when you consider that we were basically doing this jam like in a hood, a neighborhood, under a bridge, in like a drainage ditch. I don't know the politics of that area. Having Crip Mac pull up, like as the day proceeded, it started to kind of occur to me like, well, this is a little bit of a risky idea. Like we don't know what might have happened here, because as the day went on, we started having different people pulling up to the jam. Now we didn't have anybody pull up who was like, you know, in like a Blood or a Crip gang or whatever, but there was a bunch of Mexican fools coming through. At one point, one of them asked Crip Mac where he was from. And Crip Mac gave him the speech, which he always does. I'm from 55th Street, Crip Mac. Seemed like that was good enough for the dude who asked him. He seemed like maybe he wasn't really trying to bang on him in the first place. He
Or-
just, he just
or
wanted to
bang
know
him.
where he was from. He probably wanted to bang him. Who knows?
Overall,
But
the vibes were
Nice.
good.
the
though.
vibes were very
The
great.
vibes,
Even
the
with
energy was good.
I think Crip Mac's presence really helped turn it up for all the kids who were there, because all the young BMX people who were there, they're going crazy. They cannot believe that he's there.
Do you think BMX shit is like, because I feel like when you and I were kids, that shit was like a thing. Like if you had like a GT with some pegs or some shit. I don't hear my kids talking about bikes or nothing like
GT Dinos. I used to want one
the
of them.
dyno or all that shit. And then there'd be like like in my hood, we would have like those empty fields and people would
Right.
make like the little dirt ramps.
Dirt jumps. Well, I mean, the dynamic that's different now is that it used to be like think about like the 60s or 70s or whatever. It was like baseball, basketball, hockey, football, whatever the
Right.
fuck you're into. It was pretty much like traditional sports. And maybe you could be like, I don't know, like a weightlifter. Even that shit didn't really like get popular until like the 70s, right? But then BMX and skateboarding come along, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, here are these like individual sports that you can get into that are like one person. It's not a team sport. But now it's kind of like, bro, there's 5 million different Twitch channels, YouTube,
E-gamers.
yeah, gaming. There's so many options, but this weekend really like reaffirmed to me that it's like, wow, there's still a shitload
still
of
alive.
BMX riders out there, and they all fucking came through to our gym, and people were going crazy, like sending themselves, dude, like
What's that mean?
They were good BMXers.
going like
Yeah.
pro bike riders trying like their hardest tricks in front of hundreds and hundreds of people cheering for them. Like
Oh,
it's just
shit.
not really like a vibe that you get to see all the time, especially with the pandemic and everything. We spent, I guess I can say it now because they removed it, but we spent like thousands of dollars building these fucking rails and stuff that we had installed at the spot.
Did you have to get a permit for that?
Hell no. And then we were really
It's
hoping.
a risky
It was
move.
really
We were really
hard.
hoping. I know, but now they've been taken out by the city, so I could talk about
So
this or
cool.
whatever. But like the city goes in the next morning and just fucking rips all
Takes
the
them
rails out, which suck. And at first we were like, shit, was it meth heads? Was it fucking some skater dude who wanted to take it back to his house and install it or whatever? Because like the meth heads would take that shit just to sell it for scrap
Right.
metal, you know? But
Like
yeah.
literal meth heads or like your fans?
No, like literal methods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this
That
a
shit was
thing?
under a bridge.
Is
No,
this
'cause
this meth thing is a thing?
He calls his fans the meth heads. So
Oh.
I was making sure.
Rope gang. Rope gang meth heads.
Rope. Okay.
Yeah. What happened to rope gang?
I knew rope gang was a thing. I didn't know about the meth heads.
Just kind of like slowed down on saying it. Now when someone says rope gang, I'm like, oh, like you're like a 2017 era.
I was like,
No
that
Jumper
was a
fan,
different era of No Jumper, the rope game.
where we just talked about
Rope
cum
gang.
all the time. Yeah.
Cum.
Not much has changed. Yeah. Not a
Not
lot.
much has changed.
Not much has changed. But yeah, the jam was ridiculous. It was amazing. At one point, bro, I met this Mexican dude who was in a wheelchair. He was a big No Jumper fan, like really fucked with us. And he was in a wheelchair. He just like got shot like relatively recently. He told us he got shot like there, and this fool was getting fucked up.
What do you mean?
And-
Like he was getting drunk?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Wheelchair people gotta get drunk too.
Drink away the pain, man.
this dude was getting fucked up, and he was saying some crazy shit to me. And
That's
I
the
was
one you
really
said the ER.
about Crip Mac. And I'm just thinking,
He
I'm
dropped
like,
the hard R on you?
Ooh, I'm like, wow, I hope you don't say that to him,
Crazy.
bro. That would be weird if you said that to him.
You
But
gotta take
yeah.
that.
There was a lot of crazy things going
There
on,
was so
bro.
much shit that could have happened, but didn't. Like nothing happened. No cops came.
No
like, it
cops
was
the whole
so
time. We were there
smooth.
for like 5-6
people,
hours.
People were on the bridge taking pictures, stopping. Like the vibes there were. It was just
People
real
are parking
tight. It was
all
dope.
over the fucking, all the industrial buildings around there, all the different business and stuff. Their parking lots are just completely fucked because everybody's just parking there.
Wow.
He turned the crackheads home into a beautiful vibe because we were underneath that bridge.
Was there like homeless people's houses under there?
No, but probably like,
He destroyed them.
they probably,
I said, fuck out of here.
get out of here. No, there weren't any bums around there, but you could. No, but like, if you look down the riverbed, like, you
There
know,
were
50
some-
feet, 60
yeah.
feet, there were. And like, you would see some of them scampering out and going up to the gas station or whatever they were trying to do, you know? So they were around.
And
You
it
should have
was
bought
like-
them all bikes.
That would be great. And then they would sell those bikes for crack.
Dude,
Probably-
some dude went up the wall,
I
landed
seen that.
right on his face. There was,
Oh my God.
How's that guy
was
doing?
insane.
Bro.
He's fine.
I heard he broke his nose.
I don't
Phil
know.
told me he broke
Some
his
of
nose.
some of the tricks I seen on Adam's story, I said I have never seen nothing like this. Whatever that means, but yeah.
That's how they were such great tricks that it was almost like a
No, that shit
flurry
was
of gunshots.
that shit was crazy though.
Yeah.
Like I was like, fuck.
So do you want to tell us about how you consumed Arby's in the club? perhaps becoming the first person to ever do so.
You know what's crazy too? Somebody pointed this out and they hit me up. They said Adam said Arby's wouldn't pay attention to a gangbanger that's putting fucking black shit up on there, and you were fucking wrong.
You were right. I was wrong.
Did they like a tweet?
Huh? So no, I went to the club and shout out to my DJ Tony Handsome. I went to the club this weekend and we was like, hey, it'd be a good idea.
You at a club?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They was
crazy,
like,
right?
Who would have thought?
Who would've thought?
yeah.
He lives in the club, this guy.
Hey, so they said we thought it would be a good idea. It was like, hey, we should bring Arby's out with the bottles.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? So he went to Arby's. He got like a whole bunch of that shit.
Oh,
you know
so
what
the
I'm
shit was
saying?
cold by the time you got it?
It was good.
So he has to buy a bag of Arby's and then give it to the bottle
doesn't
service
fucking
girl
matter.
and say, hey, can I pay you to
bring
bring
this
this out to
Arby's
my
out?"
table and act like I'm surprised? Yeah. Just, yeah.
Basically,
Pretty much.
Would have been hard if you would have just pulled a fucking roast beef sandwich out of your pocket. Just like,
Nah, that's different. Nah, but they put the shit on the platter. They came out and they put the blacks for Arby's on the sign.
It was a moment. It was a
Yeah,
moment.
Trev was with me. He
I
came.
got to witness it.
Trev and Jason came to the club with
Yeah,
me.
what's going on with you guys leaving your girls and going to the club with him?
I mean, it was content. I had to go, you know?
Oh, okay. You were filming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
he
was Jason's excuse?
He was
He was filming. He was here for the.
He was
here-
consulting, designing.
Jason's not a filmer.
He lived 5 minutes
Jason
away,
was getting
so-
inspiration for No Jumper as a brand in the club.
Exactly.
That makes sense to me. Okay.
Hey, but that shit was fire. When the shit came out, everybody just started cheering for no reason.
Right.
And I'm just passing out like beef and cheddars to people.
Because they're
I got
drunk
one.
as fuck, and they're just like, "Oh, look at this guy's funny. He's bringing Arby's into the club."
I don't know why they was cheering though, but I was like, yeah.
If Arby's didn't react to this, were you gonna like have this be the last straw of you giving them free promo?
Honestly, I didn't expect them to hit me up, period.
Right.
I'm just gonna keep it honest. So the fact that they did, I was just like, what the fuck?
Well, what did they say?
Well, they wrote me on Twitter yesterday. Like Adam was literally here. We was talking about the situation, and I look at my Twitter, and I'm like, what the fuck?
He starts bragging about how he got followed by Arby's, even though
I
they
got followed by
follow
Arby's too.
70,000
You
people.
a fucking hater.
I'm just saying that's like people who brag about Lil B following him. He follows 1 million people. Okay.
No, but you literally said that they would like my reputation, they wouldn't fuck with me.
I didn't really say it like that. I just basically was saying like Arby's. Have you ever heard of Arby's sponsoring anything, like in our world?
No.
That's why it's about to be groundbreaking.
But that's
I agree.
but it's but I was like, it's a corporate company. They just bought Buffalo Wild Wings for however much
You're
fucking
fucking
money.
just totally tapped into the news.
Bro,
the
I
Arby's
watched-
news. You
I
get like
watched the rise
alerts.
and fall of Arby's.
Really? Oh
Yes.
my God, he's out of
Is
control.
that on
The
YouTube?
rise and fall and rise again. I learned all the history, but people don't understand.
Your
like,
algorithm on YouTube must be fucking
Oh,
wild.
it's fucked right now.
Arby's and Crippen.
Hey, especially doing Twitch now and people sending videos now.
Oh,
it's
my
just,
God.
It's just, I should have made another account for that shit.
That's a thing that I've started to realize. Like, we'll do the streams on Fridays, and some dude will pay for us to play 10 of his songs, and then I get home and I want to sit on my ass and watch something, and it's recommending that dude #1 because the algorithm thinks that's my favorite song.
My shit
now.
is fucked now.
Which it is, because you are my fans, and therefore all of your songs are my favorite songs.
wow.
Hey, no, but people don't understand. Like, the Arby shit didn't just pop up. Like, my grandmother, rest in peace, when I was a little boy, she used to give us Arby's and shit like that. She wasn't black, you know what I'm saying? So
Why are we just now finding out about this when we've been talking about Arby's for like 6 months?
this is the
I
whole
don't
story
know.
behind your
No.
love of Arby's.
No,
right? He has
this
a heartfelt tale all of a sudden.
Hey, and it's crazy too because it ties into T-Rail too. Before it's crazy because this is how like the whole thing happened, right? So my grandma, when I was little, she used to give it to us, and I thought it was so fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward, I go on tour with Tyga. I don't know T-Rail like that. We cool though. You know what I'm saying?
You split at Arby's, and that brought you together.
Well, no, my fucking man.
Have you ever shared a roast beef with Tyga?
No.
Pause.
Yo.
No, but my old manager liked Arby's. So he said, hey, man, let's go to Arby's. And T-Rail was like,
Wait, who's
what
your
the
old
fuck?
manager?
Hey, Adrian Swish.
Swish. I was about to say Swish likes Arby's.
Shout out to Swish.
He
Shout out to
would.
Swish.
Shout out
Hey.
Swish.
But Swish was like, hey, let's go to Arby's, right? And then the nigga T-Rail was like, nigga, what kind of black nigga go to Arby's? You feel me?
A
He's
question that you've heard a lot of times
Bro.
over the past few months.
yes. But the way he was clowning on Adrian, I was like, maybe I should just be quiet about
okay.
my love for this right now.
Oh, so you've always loved it.
I always
I thought
loved
this was
it,
just
bro.
like a new joke.
No, I swear.
Oh,
But
He really reps this
when
shit.
T-Rail did it, I kind of fell back from this shit, and then I was just like, "Fuck it, I have to live my truth."
damn!
It's
You
all
were
coming
looking
full
at T-Rail
circle
like he
now.
was such a cool dude that you really didn't want to even like
It
challenge
wasn't.
his
It wasn't.
franchise.
It wasn't like really like
taste.
necessarily like, "Oh, you a cool dude," but it was just like, nigga, everybody roasting each other for shit, and I was like, the homie just got done so crazy that I was like, all right, let me just bury this for right now.
Right. So what do you actually think that you're gonna get from Arby's? Because I'm gonna give you a guess. I'm gonna say $60 in gift certificates.
I was at least 100. At least 100. Little promo code.
That's how you establish the relationship.
Actually, if they send
A
you that,
sweater?
I would be really insulted. If
A
I were
sweater.
I ain't gonna lie. If they did that, I'm gonna make my campaign in reverse. I'm gonna say,
you. Man, Arby.
Don't they have Arby's flavored vodka?
yes.
Have you tried that?
No, I don't drink anymore.
Oh,
Yeah. No, but I was thinking that, but then they said we have something special for you, and they hit me directly, right? So I was like, we have something special for you. Give us your info and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, you say something special. I doubt it. Like, if y'all send me a $20 fucking gift card,
But they didn't ask for your size.
did they? They asked for all type of stuff.
Did they ask for your size?
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, that's one of the things.
Oh yeah,
they
you're
did
gonna
too.
get a fucking sweet little jacket. You know what I mean?
But then they
Little t-shirt.
responded again. Somebody said, hey, we should do a at the end of the day spicy chicken sandwich, and they added Duno. Me and them two was like, let's go.
If I were you, I would not be letting all this out of the bag. You need to keep this special for if it actually happens.
It's on Twitter.
Yeah, in the DMs.
No, this is literally on the feed. They wrote back on the feed.
What?
Yes.
But then you also have a DM going with them.
Yeah, but I ain't talking about the DM. But I'm just saying they wrote back to somebody saying we have a spicy chicken sandwich challenge on it at the end of the day.
And you're like, well, actually, I'm really more of a roast beef guy.
But you know, at the second tweet, I wouldn't want to be thirsty, so I was like, I'm gonna let that live.
And if you want to be a team player, then you're going to have to let Arby's know that you're down to support all of their new products.
And I want everybody blow Arby's up and let them know we need a fucking commercial.
How pissed are you gonna be if they just send it to you thinking you're just gonna post it?
Honestly, I didn't expect nothing at all. So the fact that they even responded to me, I was like, that's a W.
Are you trying to get the bag?
No, I don't even care about the bag.
It's about the product.
I
And
mean,
the
you're
pigs.
loyal. I mean, the story goes. They be dumb not to
It
fuck
kind
with
of
you.
it kind of was like, damn, that's how much like power you know what I'm saying, the fans got when they, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's going to their page and they're literally like, hey, Arby's, hey, get AD. So for them to see that, somebody in them offices and be like, hey, who is this guy? Let's hit him up. To me, that's a W. You know what I mean?
There's probably not that many other people bugging Arby's on the internet. You know? Like, you just kind of assume. Because Arby's is good as fuck, but it's also like, it doesn't come to your mind of like, oh, this is who I'm going to try to get sponsored by. Like, when I seen Crip Mac making the video saying like, fuck Popeyes because they gave Meg Thee Stallion a sponsorship and they ain't done nothing for Crip Mac. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, bro, you know how many people have probably, like rappers or just people in general,
Blowing
tweeted
up
at Popeyes
Popeyes
over the years? Because that's like everybody's favorite fucking spot that everybody's vocally supporting. Like everybody I know, I've had a conversation with them at some point or another about the fact that we love Popeyes. Arby's, it's kind of a new thing.
True.
And I grew up eating it too.
And in Los Angeles, there's not a lot of Arby's either. So it's not like people were exposed to it and they wasn't eating it. You know what I mean? You have to go to certain places to get that shit. I only know like the one on Sunset.
Yeah, that's the only one I know about.
And then it's like one, I think, in Lakewood. If it's
Is there one in the Valley?
Nah, ain't no.
That's fucking crazy.
We got to find out.
There's a Raising Cane's coming to the Valley, though.
Raising Cane's is busting.
Burbank.
I'm a Raising
In
Cane's fan.
Burbank?
Yeah, right on Olive.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Shout out
I
to
know
Olive.
exactly what you're talking about. I drove by
It was
that
supposed to
shit.
open like 2 or 3 months ago, but the neighborhood, like the people who live in the neighborhood, they keep like suing because it's like right off of a residential street.
I gotta be back.
Oh, I feel like suing my neighborhood for not having a Raising Cane's.
No, because they're afraid of the traffic that's going to go down this. You know what I'm saying?
I hate that shit.
It's supposed to open in March, though. Raising Cane's, fire.
You're going to go like out of your way to get it? You love it that much?
I live in Burbank, so it's not too far out of the way.
Yeah. You know what sucks though is like I drive by multiple Popeyes every day and I would love to eat it, but I just feel like I can't fucking like. And then when I do get food that is bad, I'm usually ordering like an expensive steak on fucking Postmates or something, and my brain doesn't really like, go to
Steak on
Popeyes.
Postmates.
Oh yeah, I'd be tearing up boa. Me and my girl buy like $250 worth of boa on a fucking Friday night because we don't feel like going out.
That's nice.
Fat shit.
I
Fat
get
shit.
Chipotle and shit.
Yeah. No, I mean that's the normal shit, but like
Yeah, it's
sometimes I'll be like, let's go. But then we went to fucking we went to Boa, and it was just like we already eaten this hella
I was
times
gonna say,
on Postmates.
is the food like noticeable? Like, did you notice it being better because you were there?
Yes.
Yeah.
All
It's
takeout is
fresh out of the
Takeout's trash.
I mean, best case scenario, it's gonna take what, like 20 minutes for it to get to your house.
That's
I mean,
super best case scenario.
super best case.
Yeah.
Scenario. But you pay for the priority when you order food on Postmates.
I would never do like a steakhouse food on Postmates. If I'm gonna go to a fucking steakhouse, I'm like, I'm going.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna spend $300 on a meal, I'd like to be inside of the place.
But then with the kid, it's just such a pain in the ass to do anything.
You do have a baby.
I went on a Universal Studios mission on Saturday with my kid.
That's hell, right?
Without my girl. Well, I went to I met up with Josh and his girl, who is my sister. So it was like not completely on me, but I was definitely like one of the things I've done with my child alone without my girl. Like it was it wasn't really that big a deal, but it really stood out to me as like the hardest thing about doing something with a 1-year-old is just navigating around the naps. Because you need every last bit of that like 3-4 hours that she's awake, you know? You have to like really optimize because my kid had already been out for like an hour and a half. We finally get there and she's like pretty much ready to pass out after like 2 hours.
So she on the schedule?
Yeah. You just let your kids sleep whenever, huh?
My son, when he want to go, he can go.
Yeah, but he's older too. Wait, isn't it 2.5?
He about to be 3 this month.
Let's see. Yeah. My kid is still on 2 naps. Once she's on 1 nap, maybe things will be a little different.
Yeah, my son, he like even today, he was going crazy.
Right.
Going to a theme park in general is like the worst fucking experience ever.
Yeah,
You don't like it?
I fucking hate it.
Disneyland?
Oh, it's the worst.
Why? Why don't you
That
like it? I'm
shit's-
looking forward to doing that with my
My
kid.
daughter
That shit
likes
is
to go every
terrible.
fucking year.
And
And
once a year is too much for you?
it's the walk, bro. You do everything at Disneyland.
Nah, that shit
that's
sucks.
that's a lot.
By the end of the night, you're like, what the fuck did I just do?
Universal is like Disneyland is like 4 Universal Studios, bro.
Yeah, Disneyland is hell on earth.
Yeah.
But what is the kid trying to do that makes it so hard? I'm just trying
Bro,
to
it's just
understand.
fucking walking around waiting in
You
lines
can't
all
handle
fucking
walking around
day.
for 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah,
have to
4 or
walk
5
around
hours. When the fuck do you go to
everywhere.
Disneyland for 4 or 5 hours?
I don't know.
He went to
Bro, that's a
Universal
fucking
for 2 hours.
That's a 12-hour trek at least.
12? How?
What do you
Disneyland
mean?
for sure. You have to be there all day.
You go from like it closes at midnight. The fucking fireworks are at 9.
I'm not letting my kids stay out till midnight. Never mind 9.
Well,
We're gonna
depends
get
on the
there.
age, though.
If
10
you're
in the
spending
morning.
that much money on the fucking
Yeah.
ticket, we're gonna be there all fucking day.
Yes.
Facts.
Jesus Christ! Thank God I'm rich. I don't think about shit like that. I don't know. I'm just fucking. I'm gonna go there
Like
for
you
like
will go
3-4 hours.
You're not
Fuck it,
going
I'm
to
out.
Disneyland for 3-4
Why
hours.
not?
Nobody goes to
Nobody
Disney. It
goes
takes
to
an
Disney
hour
for
to get
hours.
inside.
Yes.
Why?
It
You
takes
can't just pull up.
it takes an hour. It takes 45 minutes to get back to your fucking car.
I've been there. I don't remember any of this.
Disneyland's fucking
When the
terrible.
hell you went?
I
Me
love
and my girl
Disneyland.
went there
I
to
hate
play
that
Pokemon
shit.
a while back.
Man.
To play Pokemon?
Was a lot of stops there, my friend.
Wow.
I've never been with a kid though, so it's probably a little different.
Bro, it's the worst.
You went there and came back with a fucking crazy sweater.
Fuck, man.
Disneyland is hellacious.
Disneyland.
Man,
You guys just don't
Like
like walking.
Universal,
Yeah, right?
Universal is cool because you can do everything
And it's right by my
in
house.
a couple of hours and you good.
The thing that stood out to me about Universal seems kind of bootleg though, because it's like it's not that big. The rides are kind of whack, right? Like I don't know.
Nah, the rides are better than Disneyland.
No
The,
way.
the Harry
Bro,
Potter,
Disneyland
the Harry
rides-
Potter ride,
I went on the Harry
What
Potter
are
ride. I
you
hated it. I'm never doing it
talking
again.
the Transformers ride.
I don't know if I did that. But either way, it felt like they just kind of just like shakes you around a little bit.
The Universal in Florida is like 10 times better though. The Florida Universal is fucking
But
huge.
they're getting Super Mario World at the one
out here.
Yeah.
What's going on? You just light a fire when you went out there?
Why you blame me?
Well, the fucking fire department's outside all of a sudden.
Like, imagine I did some shit like that. Just come back in here
Light
like
a trash can on fire or something.
Mr. Douglas, you have to come with us.
Yeah, Roro.
You've
They
done
call up
that.
Roro.
Huh?
You've done some Bob, or you've been with some shit. Remember that?
Got a present for you.
snitch.
You have a Chrome Hearts hat on? Is it Chrome Hearts LA hat?
Of course not. It's,
My boys made this.
someone stitched it in.
it's
That's
bootleg.
not authentic.
Oh,
That might be bootleg.
He's
Oh,
got
that's a
he's got
bootleg kid.
butterfly.
Why not? Why, where's the Arby's
Look at
hat?
his.
I bought it from Bootleg Kev's Treehouse, Magical Treehouse.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you did.
sold you a 12-year-old Playboy magazine too, with Carmen Electra in it.
Is a
The pages were
treehouse-
stuck together.
A treehouse is like having your cruise ship in like international waters. Like the cops can't come up to the
Oh, my shit
treehouse.
was definitely not a treehouse. No. My
Did
shit
you ever
was
have a
like-
treehouse?
No, but I had a tree I would climb up a lot.
We just had
What
a,
would you do in the tree?
Sit up there.
Just think.
Yeah.
I can't wait to. I'm gonna kill mom when she tells me
No, I
to put
just
these
thought
hash
it-
browns down again.
Not everything has to be like an angry plot. You know, I'll just climb the tree. I mean, I'll probably like as high up as like the roof here, you know, and I'll just be sitting up there. I thought it was cool because I could look out, I could see the whole neighborhood, I could see what my neighbors were doing. You know, I'm just posted up in
Peeping
the tree.
Tom.
Parents can't bother me.
Sure.
Did you ever jerk off in the tree?
Peeping at him.
This was way before I learned to
Look, get a
jerk
tree
off.
jerk in?
He's over there. He pops in there like it's bird shit everywhere.
Have you jerked off in some weird spots?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People give me a hard time about jerking off while driving.
That's terrible.
Is that weird?
I
Supposed to
jer-
have both hands on the wheel.
I've jerked off while driving before.
Yeah. I could never do it now.
You niggas are sick.
No, I was probably like 19 or 20 driving across the country. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I was 19. I was driving to Syracuse from
Y'all
New Hampshire.
can't wait to go somewhere. At
In
least
re-
pull.
in
At least pull
retrospect,
over.
that is a good idea. For sure. Pull over to the truck stop. That seems
Yeah.
like a great place to meet
Yeah,
off.
great place to get caught.
Yeah, yeah. While driving down the streets, a pretty good place.
Some
to get caught.
fucking lot lizard knocks on your window.
If you were to get pulled over by the police while you're rubbing one out, man, that shit.
Just
while
hope
driving,
that your thing goes down. Hopefully, the
while
stress
driving-
of getting pulled over makes you fucking your dick wilts a
Yeah,
little
jerking
bit.
off in the car is normal, right? Yeah, I feel like 50% of the table has done it.
You did that shit, Trev?
while driving. No.
No.
Okay, but I'm from New Hampshire, where it's like there's a lot of like open roads and stuff. Like you could totally just beat off in your car, and the odds of a cop pulling up or some shit are like zero. Like whereas like in Compton, I mean, you could get it. Somebody could drive by and just the ops could catch you lacking jerking off.
See, you always got to make it some shit like that. Why can't it just be in Los Angeles just driving?
Well, I'm trying to come up with a reason why you're so fucked up that you haven't jerked off in your car.
No.
Yeah, what's wrong
you
with
can
you?
fucking
Get a
go
car.
home once you get a car.
Well, how old were you when you got a car?
My first car, I was 17.
No, you missed out on a lot of prime beating off years right
Bro,
there.
I failed my driving test 4 times.
while you're drunk.
No.
That's crazy. They let you keep taking it. They didn't say like, "Hey,
listen.
you got to come back in 2 years."
times?
Clearly, you're not ready.
There's some shit I can tell you off camera.
I would
after
like
this.
to talk to the fucking the driving board and tell them I don't think this guy's ready.
Put it this, yes, put it this way.
Fucking bagels would still be here.
Yeah.
Put it this way. Mom's bought me a whip, right? And she told me you can get the whip.
Silver spoon.
No. Hey, if you could get the whip if you get your license. I had me a Camaro. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's nice.
1995 Camaro. You know what I mean? T-tops and stuff. Like
Ooh.
that's a hood car, Adam. If you don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's
I
like
had a Buick Regal.
It's a pretty nice car.
It's a hood car, yeah. So mom said you get your license. So I'm like, all right. I go to the Compton fucking DMV. Soon as I pull off the lot, the lady says, "Go back." I'm like, what the fuck did I do? You know what I'm saying? I go to I heard Inglewood was a little more easier. I go to the Inglewood one. I'm driving for like 3 minutes. Lady pulls shit back. Go. Like, you need to go back to the. I'm like,
What were you
They
doing?
probably weren't stopping at the stop
I
sign
don't
or
know
something.
what
were
the
you doing?
fuck I were doing. I never completed it all the way.
So how'd you end up getting it?
I'll tell you later.
He wasn't even putting his seatbelt on.
So you never
That's
actually
probably what it
passed?
was.
I mean, listen, I'm just gonna tell you guys later.
Wow.
Yeah, I passed.
I don't think that there are like cops watching this who are going to
There's not
come
like
and
some
take your
DMV
driver's license away.
supervisor. Like,
I mean, this was like 15 years ago.
All right, let me tell you.
The statute of limitations.
I had a homeboy who worked at the DMV and he was selling licenses.
oh, so you bought one.
So I ended up paying him $300, and you feel me? And he
Same way you got vaccinated.
Oh my god. Allegedly.
Hey, he sent me my shit in the mail, and I was like, I don't know if this shit real. You feel me? And I got in trouble with the police. They pulled me over, and I was like, fuck this. Like, hey, your license? And I was just like, fuck, I'm about to get in trouble. Gave it to him.
And it was real. Wow.
I'm in the
checked out.
system.
You're in the system.
That's all that matters. That's a nice plug. Does he still work there?
That nigga gone.
Like he's dead?
He's in
good
prison.
reason.
Oh, the way you made it sound
Whoa.
like. Well, I mean,
Nah, he's in
For
prison.
driving related crimes, or
for selling fucking
No,
licenses.
some street shit.
that's a shame.
But thank you for the, $300. That shit got me out there.
What a guy.
But I shouldn't have did that shit though, because after that, I got in like 5 car accidents. I was fucking up shit.
3 dogs killed.
Why are you so bad at driving? I don't get it.
Few hit and runs?
I had this little bucket too, bro. I saved up $900 for this shit, bro.
Didn't we have a conversation where we thought you were talking about an actual bucket?
Nah, it's a bucket. That's what we call them. Nigga, and my homeboys, like, they filled that shit up full of newspaper. I don't know how they did that shit one time.
Your car?
Yes, bro.
Where'd they get a newspaper?
I have no idea. Bro, I lost my license for a year over that fucking bucket.
Over the car.
What was it about the bucket?
I'm with grandma, right?
Why do I feel like I'm interviewing you right now?
I know.
About your childhood.
I'm with grandma. We leaving Target. It's like winter time. You feel me? It's like real cold and shit. And I think it's raining. And I'm pulling out of Target and I'm not paying attention. And this whole week, my grandma was telling me, hey, get car insurance. I'm like, I ain't about to get no car insurance on this bucket. You know what I'm saying? She
been
keep
there.
telling me, I ain't getting car insurance on this bucket. I pull out, fucking hit a lady and her fucking kid in the car.
Whoa.
Yep, bam.
You were drunk?
No, I didn't drink then.
Are they alive?
Yes, they're alive. Yeah.
This would be way too sad of a story if they died.
No, but I feel bad. I was like, oh my God, you guys are good. They got out the car. They was like, yes, we're good. I was like, all right. I get a motherfucking bill for like 13 grand, bro. The lady found I ain't had no fucking license, bro, and she fucking was going crazy with the physical therapy. She
Oh,
did the
yeah.
whole-
She ran it up.
She ran it up.
So you had no insurance at the time?
Had no insurance, bro.
Smart.
I ended up having to pay like 14 grand, which I didn't have.
So you had a judgment against you for 14 bands?
No, it goes away after 7 years.
You had to
That was
sell
good.
You waited
Make
out.
like
It doesn't
14
go
grand.
away.
I waited 7 years. I'm good.
So she never got her money? You
She-
just had fucked up credit for 7 years and then...
I didn't even care about credit back then.
Yeah, me neither. I fucking had like a $12,000 hospital bill from cracking my kneecap open at one point, and I just didn't pay it. Waited 7 years.
It
and
went
then
away?
It
Yeah,
went
it
away.
should go away for 7 years.
That's just like medical bills or just anything?
That's anything on your credit.
Yeah, almost anything I think. Which doesn't like. It seems kind of weird that you would be able to just like
Wait out?
wait like not that long of a period of time. Like,
Yeah.
because I was like 21 when I got this medical bill, and I kind of knew. I'm like, well, am I buying a house in the next 7 years? Probably not. So it's like realistically, I'm just gonna not pay this 12 grand, and then
And I'm kind of glad that it did fuck my shit up because, like, all my homeboys was getting credit cards and they was maxing they shit out. They was
Oh,
going
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
They wouldn't approve me to get a credit card. So
Yeah.
I had to figure it out on my own. You know what I'm saying?
They gotta teach better financial literacy in schools.
My fucking
dad.
dad.
Well, yeah. That's where I learned everything. So have you seen that Roddy Ricch went on Clubhouse the other day to defend his crippin'?
I need that bottle of water.
Let me tell you.
I had Wack at my studio today and talked to him about this.
Oh, you interviewed him?
No, I just he brought Blueface through.
Well, so this was interesting to me because Roddy Ricch, one thing I've always kind of noticed about him is that pretty much since he blew up, he doesn't really talk about, he'll talk about whatever in his music, but he doesn't really get into specifics. He doesn't really like say specific things I've noticed about gang stuff. And I always kind of thought that was interesting because his older videos, he's in the hood and everything. And then, at some point he just kind of decided not to be doing that, I guess. And it was pretty interesting listening to the Clubhouse call because you kind of get a window into his thought process on that. He said that like the higher ups at Atlantic basically touched in with him and said, you need to stop shooting all your videos in Compton because I don't know what the fuck they knew that he didn't know about this shit getting hot or whatever, but that was really interesting. And let me tell you, I just really liked the way he stood on this shit and was not trying to hear nothing about him being a fake Crip or whatever this other dude was trying to say.
You want to know what's crazy? What? The other dude, he was here a couple of weeks ago.
Stop.
I introduced you to him.
Which one? You gotta. I didn't even like actually see what he looked like. I'm just listening to his voice.
So,
that's crazy.
And I'm gonna keep it all the way 100, right? Mm-hmm. On some real Compton shit. Yael, that's my guy, been my guy. I did my second song with the nigga. That's the nigga that was saying that Roddy was false claiming and shit like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Roddy, been fucking with Roddy a long time. Got a lot of respect for Roddy as well. They from the same hood and shit like that, right? This is where the line is drawn.
So he's from the same exact neighborhood as Roddy Ricch.
He's a real one.
Okay.
He's a real one.
But I just want to make sure they're from the same
He's really from over there. He's a real one. He's
and
a
was
little
that
older.
his boy? Was that like his close friend
No.
early in Roddy's career?
No.
Okay.
But this is where the line is drawn because I've seen it on both sides of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I haven't had nowhere near the musical success as Roddy Ricch, and I've seen how my own homeboys will treat you. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, if you have a local buzz, all the way. Just imagine hitting the #1 on the fucking charts. Like that's a whole nother.
He's not like a successful street rapper. He's a superstar.
He's a fucking superstar. But it's just fucked up that like when you get to that certain level, people feel like really entitled to everything. You know what I'm saying? Like even like my own homeboys, them niggas will ask for shit all day. Bro, you got this, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this. Like everybody goes to that shit. And even though like Yael feels a certain way that he feels, like I'm not mad at Roddy for not being around and not doing like this is a nigga who is a superstar. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is if like the nigga was in his hood every day, if he was to get killed,
everybody would be saying, what the hell was he thinking?
Why was he there?
You was stupid as hell from doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas be quick to like pull the card like, oh, you don't come around here, you don't come around here. But it's like I'm a trophy, my nigga. If somebody clips my fucking wings, it's I lose. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but can you contextualize what the 30-second put on or whatever was? So basically, he's saying that he just literally didn't get beat in.
He said he didn't
adequately.
Basically, he didn't get put. He basically saying that he don't take the 3 seconds that he got to put on as a put on. But if you got out there to get put on the hood and niggas courted you in, no matter how long that shit took,
right?
Nigga, you did what you had to do to get put on the hood.
How long is this supposed to take?
It depends. Like different hoods got different shit. Where I come from, you get 27 seconds.
Oh, so even 30 is kind of a lot.
But that's what I'm just saying. But there's different. But I've seen other niggas, like everybody don't get put on. Some niggas walk on.
From what I've seen on the internet, like a minute, even 2 minutes seems like a fucking eternity to be getting the shit beat out of you, right?
Yeah. But the problem with the situation is this, like, you know what I mean? There's a disconnect, and I feel like Yael, he's from a different generation. You know what I'm saying? So while he's over here, he was out doing this thing when Roddy was around, basically in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And fucking with the younger niggas. Because Roddy is like fucking
23, you said, right?
He's 23. Yael got to be at least like.
Damn, he's still only 23. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yael got to be like a little older than me or older than me.
I mean, probably the thing.
I
think everybody was probably thinking the same thing I was thinking was just like, isn't the time in which you get to complain about somebody not being adequately gangster enough, isn't the time to point that out maybe like when they're still on the corner and not once they've made $20 million? It's just like this has to be the last thing on Roddy Ricch's mind, is like justifying his street cred. Probably like at this point in his life, he's not planning on having to really like utilize that so much, right?
And bro, like even like right now, I'm not going to my fucking hood for what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm welcome, I could do that, but I fuck with my homeboys. I bring them to me, and you know what I'm saying? My areas and the shit that I do and shit like that. Like, I'm not gonna be dumb. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hang around the hood. The word's gonna get around. Hey, Roddy Ricch is in the hood right now and stuff like that. You got a million motherfucking haters out here. You're gonna get your wings clipped.
Well, you have a million people who are going to want to take selfies with you, smoke a blunt with you, etc. So that you have that, and if you have a million people who want to just kick it with you and take a selfie, then you easily got 10,000 people who are fucking deranged and want to hurt you or do something shitty.
When you gangbang, you got ops.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you are the biggest op from your hood. You are the trophy. When you become that trophy, niggas would love to clip your fucking wings. You know what I'm saying? To get that score and shit like that. And like he said, if a nigga he made $20 million in a year, ain't no reason why you should be sitting there hanging on the block.
He's too valuable.
You too valuable. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Yael. You know what I mean? Like, I understand his frustrations with it because he's somebody else who does music. And you know what I'm saying? Going through a lot of the same people that Roddy went through to try to, you know what I'm saying, help him get on because he's fucking talented. You know what I'm saying? He's fucking talented. He's trying to do that shit too, so he's like, damn, this nigga over here, y'all giving him all the fucking praise and shit like that, and he feels like he's been over there, he's been putting in the work for a long period of time and shit like that. But, you know, when it comes down to it, that ain't how life works. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nobody's faults or reasoning when it comes down to that. It's like, my nigga, he got picked, you know what I'm saying? They homies, y'all homies is supporting the nigga. Y'all did that shit. Like, it's when he's doing all of his earlier work, it's not fair to let him be around and do certain stuff, and then when he gets to a certain plateau, to try to discredit him and shit like that. Like, that ain't cool.
I just really felt like I learned a little bit about Roddy's character from just hearing the way that he responded to that, and just like he clearly realizes the position that he's in, and he's clearly not concerned with like justifying how gangster he is.
But I don't think Roddy should have spoke on it. Not at all.
A lot of people said that about me going on the Whack 100 Clubhouse.
That was hilarious.
But you don't gangbang. These are two niggas from the same hood. They supposed to keep that shit off the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So even though Roddy was defending himself, I just wish, you know what I'm saying, y'all didn't do that on Clubhouse, and them niggas, you know what I'm saying, if they had any grievances, they could have talked in person, met up, and did that, because that make the whole hood look bad at the end of the day.
But I thought it was cool because you haven't really seen Roddy jump into the fucking tumbleweeds and actually get involved with this shit. You know, it showed me.
It's a human moment.
Yeah.
Everybody,
When you have somebody being questioned, having their credibility put up for dissection, then you really get to kind of see a lot more about like what a person's really like. Like in that moment, I just felt like I learned a lot about how he carries himself.
But who cares now, bro? Like, if AD cared about being known as the most crazy hoodest person, bro, I'd be doing this shit all fucking day. Like, who gives a fuck, bro? Like, niggas got kids, families, niggas is taking care of all type of shit, bro. Like, the same nigga that I am today, I am not the same nigga I was 5-6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no sense. Like, I'm gonna be what? I want to impress grown ass, broke ass men. Like, is that what we doing? Like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to impress somebody. I want to impress people like Arby's and the corporations give a nigga a fucking bag. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the motherfucking check. Because if you really in the streets and you really know about the streets, you know what come with this shit. And when you have an opportunity to get away from that shit, get the fuck away from that shit.
You don't want to be bridging the gap between Arby's and Roddy Ricch, though,
Wow.
because when they start looking at him, they might forget that they were thinking about sponsoring AED. They're like, he had a #1 hit. I don't know. We're thinking about giving Roddy Ricch the Arby's deal.
And I wouldn't be mad. I'd just be like, hey, man, just give me like a lifetime supply of
Give me my little $60 gift card,
Give me my
Roddy.
gift card. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what do you think in general? Like, because I feel like on Clubhouse, there's so much gang shit that gets talked about now.
I hate Clubhouse. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
It's like a lot. Like, I almost feel like I went on with when you were on and realized that there was a whole room of people who did not understand Caucasian humor.
I'm in there with Benzino, fucking Corey Gunn, all these people that I'm like,
this is really what y'all are doing on like a Wednesday night. You guys are just tapped in on Clubhouse. Like you guys are all people who are notable and distinguished. You could be doing something, making some money, and you've chosen to spend your night on Clubhouse.
But just the gang shit on Clubhouse, it's like a thing.
That's what I don't like. Like Clubhouse started, it was supposed to be like exclusive for A&Rs and like music industry people to talk amongst each other and shit. And it's like now it's nothing but street nigga. And then this is the fucked up part about it. You say shit on Clubhouse, like even when Adam was on there, right? Soon as we get off Clubhouse, that shit's on YouTube.
It's screenshotted on YouTube right away.
Streaming it to YouTube while you're having the conversation.
And like as real street niggas, man, grown ass men shouldn't be on the app yelling at each other, talking about what they gonna do to each other and shit like that. That shit lame as fuck.
You know what I feel like I realized through being on Clubhouse is that somebody like Wack, you know, he was really like in the streets as a young man in the 80s, whatever.
Yeah.
He was in prison for a long time. When you're in those environments, what do you do? Like, how do you kill the time? You sit around with your fucking friends and you talk about your other friends or the people that you know, and you have these sort of like home, down to earth conversations about the people that you know. And that's what I got from being on Clubhouse. Is it's just like somebody like Wack. I think he likes the idea of just being with the guys, having a conversation about shit, and it's you know, it's not like they're necessarily. It doesn't feel to them like they're making content. You know, it's different than a podcast.
I think Wax also kind of like wrapped his head around the fact that he's also kind of not like he's an entertainer now as well.
Well,
like,
now because the podcast.
Wax like Vince McMahon. Right
I hope
now.
he takes all this energy that he's putting into Clubhouse and funnels it into his podcast.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
every night when Wack is sitting there talking on Clubhouse for 4 hours, that could be 4 hours of podcast content
or
for him.
streaming
you know?
on YouTube
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Twitch
YouTube,
or
yeah.
something.
But if you look at like the context of it, the guy that he does it with the most is going to be his podcast host, and I feel like he's just warming them up to get them ready for what they about to experience on there because they got that room and everybody knows that room. Like, okay, Wax is going to be in here, and this is where they're going to bring people. These are the type of topics and shit. So it damn near is a podcast already. They're just going to put it on the platform.
Chromaz was trying to get me to go in some Toronto fucking Clubhouse room the other night, and it was after I finished my full day at work. I'm like, so you're asking me to do my job for free all night? Hell fucking no. That's the last thing I want to do is sit around and just talk about myself.
And it's too unpredictable, bro. Like everybody got a fucking opinion on that motherfucker. Like the only reason I went on there was because you was on there. Like, because early on I said, man, this shit about to get out of hand. Somebody's gonna say something on here that's gonna get somebody hurt. You don't need to be on the apps like that if that's the case.
Definitely. You can have like sponsors on there. Like Jason Lee has a sponsor
Now that's fire.
for his Hollywood Unlocked room or some shit like that. They have like a whole sponsor system for people. I don't know. It's
Clubhouse is fucking trash, man.
Yeah, Clubhouse
Yeah,
was
I
cool
ain't
for like a couple months. when
We
it
have
started.
this. We have an operation that we've built so that we can have conversations live in some situations with our audience.
And you
How
can
the fuck-
monetize.
And why are we going to go do that on Clubhouse, build up somebody else's platform? We're already building up YouTube's bitch-ass platform for some reason.
At least they're paying you for it.
Yeah, at least they're giving us some fucking ad money. I don't know. Anyway, that was a very, very entertaining thing that I watched earlier with the Roddy Ricch conversation, and I respect him even more than I did before, so that was cool. What else are we gonna talk about? What else we got going on here? Let me consult my list. Oh yeah, you want to know what I found really hilarious? Some cops, some South Central Los Angeles
Oh, here it is.
cops
Oh yeah.
got fired, and I think this is so fucked up. I'm gonna
saw
defend
this.
these cops
I know
to the
why.
death.
I know why. Go ahead.
They got fired because they ignored a call to go stop a crime so that they could go catch a Snorlax. They were playing
Pokemon Go.
I didn't actually see the date that this happened because I would hope that it was early in.
Was it a shiny Snorlax?
Yeah, is a Snorlax like a
That's
hard
not
one to
even out yet,
catch?
is- Oh no, they do have shiny Snorlax now. Yeah.
Is that a hard Pokemon?
In the very, very early days of Pokemon Go, Snorlax was one of the Pokemon that was just kind of like very difficult
Rare.
to get, you know, and like it was just. Now I have thousands and thousands of Snorlax candy. I've hatched many, many Munchlaxes, which are the baby Snorlaxes. I mean, nowadays, I don't think I actually have a shiny Snorlax, but
How'd they get caught?
nowadays, if you are a cop and you're driving fucking all willy-nilly around the town to go catch a Snorlax, you're bugging. You're a fucking tweaker. But back in the day,
When you say back in the day, like 2017.
5 years I've been playing this stupid ass game. 5.5 years, 6
How do you
years.
get caught doing that? They got caught
Because
in the
it was
act?
over the you know, they have the body cameras or the radio. I'm not
Oh,
sure
dumbass.
exactly how they
Yeah.
captured
Yeah.
it, but
They were on
They
Clubhouse
turned
talking
them
about
shits
it.
off.
They have a picture of the shit.
are we really expecting these cops to just work all day when
Yes.
while they're on the clock? I don't think so. I think
It's a
that
lot
they
of
should,
shit they could be doing.
They should have a lot of different things. Like, listen, if they're chasing down that Snorlax, they could have come upon a burglary.
But didn't you say isn't the information they ignored the call to catch a Pokemon?
Maybe the Snorlax just had, maybe it was a really gully Snorlax.
So
So they thought
didn't-
maybe they needed to apprehend
So they
him.
didn't do their job. They wanted to catch Pokemon.
What was the call that they ignored?
Hopefully nothing too bad. A
Robbery?
robbery?
Oh, that's pretty
it's
fucking, yeah.
Compton, man. Shit happens all the time.
No, that's pretty serious.
The Snorlax is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, right?
That nigga's like, fuck it. Somebody might be in danger. I gotta catch the shiny.
If I was a cop, I would probably be playing a lot of Pokemon Go, but I would probably also be smart enough to not allow anyone to catch me and my partner.
That's what's wrong with the police force.
The police are supposed to be pulling people over who are playing Pokemon Go while driving. Not
Can
that
you
I-
catch a Pokemon while you drive? Like,
If
is
you're
it
at a red light, sure.
at a red light though? Yeah,
Or if you're driving
You can
slow.
do anything in a car. You ought to.
jerking off for sure. That's
Yeah.
easy.
You really think being a white guy it's like impossible to get pulled over hunting
Nah.
Pokemon?
Nah.
I've been pulled over.
Have
Plenty
you
of
been
times.
pulled over for that?
No, I would never do
When's the
that.
last time
jerking
you got
off?
pulled over?
When we first moved here, I was racing out of here, and the cop pulled me over. I was so fucking stoned. I thought for sure that the cop was gonna actually like realize that I was a fuck up, and then he didn't care.
Burbank PD?
Yeah.
Oh, Burbank don't fucking play.
Yeah, they don't play.
They don't
This,
play.
this guy didn't seem concerned at all.
I
about me.
noticed too, like the type of car you have determines if they're gonna pull you over or not.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got a race car now, buddy.
Once I started having like a nice car, I noticed like I didn't get pulled over ever like that.
Yeah.
Before that, my Camaro, every day. My Monte Carlo, every fucking day.
I'm imagining your Camaro, and I'm imagining being a cop, and yeah, I'm pulling you over. yeah.
1995 Camaro, T-tops.
Did
You,
you have
feel
some-
me?
What's T-tops?
Did you have some IROC
T-tops,
Z's on it?
T-tops are the little mirrors you could take off. They're black.
On the
I had
top.
like an Oreo car, and I had like some black 21s on that motherfucker.
You had 21-inch rims on a Camaro?
Yep.
That sounds terrible.
Yep. Then with the beat in the back.
Ugh,
know what I'm
I bet you
saying?
it rattled.
It was rattling with the 12. You know what I mean? I didn't have two 12s.
112?
I had 112.
112.
Thank God that shit's out of style.
Yeah.
Fucking 12s and 15s in
Niggas
cars.
used to have 15s in their back seat.
Oh
You-
my
you know any
God.
of this, huh?
These are speakers.
These are like obnoxious
Fucking
speakers.
Rockford
Like if
Fosgate
somebody
amp.
goes outside, you would hear this shit right now when they playing this shit.
I would see people doing that, and I just remember thinking, like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Oh, that
Like,
was a thing.
It has to sound
You
horrible.
had to have the system in the car.
I had a 12
And
in
niggas
a
used to
Civic.
jack that shit like crazy.
Yeah.
I've always respected my own hearing, and I always knew that, like, you only have so much hearing. Like,
And
if you're
that's
gonna-
probably why my shit's fucked up.
hell yeah, you're probably gonna get tinnitus.
I hope not. When your shit just ringing all the time.
I'm scared.
I've
I've
had
read
that
about it.
before
Sounds
temporarily.
terrible.
I had that before like 4 days, bro, and I was like,
Where you couldn't hear?
no,
No,
like your
it's a
shit's
ringing.
ringing like a
Oh,
ringing
that
sound
sounds
all
terrible.
fucking day.
That's why I try to actually take advantage of the fucking earplugs and stuff if I'm going to something really loud now. And that's why I kind of hate going to the studio and people just playing shit so loud. And I'm like, okay.
And then they try to talk to you.
We get it. You got a big
Go
dick
into
and you're
the studio.
blasting this fucking music in my ear.
That's the worst part about going to the studio. Someone will be playing their shit as loud as it goes, and then they're also trying to explain the record to you. And their breath usually smells like shit.
That's what the club is like.
And it's like,
too.
yo,
Kind of smoky, the backwoods.
yeah,
and-
yeah, I'm listening. I hear it. Yeah.
No, the club ain't like that.
The club is so goddamn loud that Finito is just blasting in my fucking face, and then I got this guy off coke talking to me in my ear.
That's the club you go
I
to.
got an NFT
No,
exchange.
that's a pretty general
That's
club
every
experience.
club.
If you go to the club and you got a section, you sitting in your section with preferably girls and a couple of your homeboys and shit. If
Hey.
Listen, when Adam 22's in the club, there's still a motherfucker coming up to me trying to tell me about NFTs. As
That's
far as
true.
I'm concerned.
I wanted to ask you. You be hanging out with Trey Songz. What do you think of
Oh, Bootleg Kev don't know to not ask AD these questions.
Is Trey Songz a raper?
I learned my lesson. Don't ask AD about his friends because his loyalty is
Is he a raper?
hardcore.
Hey, is
that a no comment?
I don't see no evidence, so I can't. I
Who's
can't
this
say
girl?
that.
Brian, Biron?
It's been a lot of women, right?
No, but the new girl has like a
She
million
played
plus
basketball.
follow- Yeah. And she, man, I don't know
Have you
what
met
she's
her?
got planned, but were you there?
Were you there that night?
Yeah.
Bro, I've had so many girls come on in here and tell me stories about that dude, and we've even edited a bunch of them out to
I bet.
appease Mr. Trey Songz fan guy over
Are
here.
you and Trey still talk a lot?
That's my guy.
Did you check in, make sure he's all right?
Hey, no comment.
You probably don't need your support at a time
Okay,
like
just
this,
checking
right?
in on you, bud. Let me know if you want. Let me know if you want to go to the
Probably call
club
up Selena
and eat
Powell.
Arby's.
Talk to her about it.
Hey, like, I like to see evidence. That's all.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
I can't stand by nothing. If it's something that's proven, then I can't rock.
That's
with
fair. That is fair.
I'm not the type to like just jump
believe shit.
when people say, because a lot of people that say fucking shit all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
a lot, all the time, literally with him.
Yeah, there's been a few. No, but like with AD, I remember like really pushing him. Like, why will you not say that Tory Lanez is fucked up for this story? He stood on his shit saying basically
And
that
it's
he didn't
looking
want to
like-
talk. And now it's kind of like, well, maybe AD was right to not pass judgment on that because now we don't know what the fuck happened.
But like I say, once again, it's fucked up for somebody to make, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the world now, bro, we're easy to cast judgment on people without getting the facts. And as soon as something comes out the right way, everybody's like, oh, I knew it. It's like, that's just fake as fuck.
That's the problem, though, when something like that happens where, okay, good podcasting content is fuck Tory Lanez. He's a scumbag, piece of shit, criminal, woman shooting, yada, yada. That, at the end of the day, that's a good podcaster because you're taking a stance and you're backing it up hard. Weak-ass podcasting is like, if he did that, I don't know. It's not that cool to shoot a gun. You know, it's like if there's something that's blatantly fucked up and you seem like you're compromised and you're not going to actually give your
Take
real
a
opinion.
stance.
But at the end of the day, like with the Trey Songz or with the Tory Lanez thing, it's like we never had like a concrete fucking.
I had heard from
thing
like a
to
pretty
base it
reliable
on.
source a version of what happened, maybe like a month or two after, and I was like, oh, well.
I still to this day have absolutely no idea what I think,
I'm not
you
sure
know?
I know what happened, but I heard from like someone kind of close to the situation a story of what happened, and it kind of made me back up a little bit on the like Tory Lanez is over.
I was
stance.
Mr. Controversial and had every fucking girl on Twitter mad at me for a minute just because I said on the podcast that I had heard a version of accounts that included
Everyone heard a version.
Meg being
Yes.
Meg being drunk and aggressive, basically, is like
I heard that.
That's what I recall.
But
I said.
even-
I mean, I can say that I heard that and that may have
You
been
didn't
the
say it
situation.
actually happened, though.
I'm not saying that she deserves it. I'm not saying that
Right.
it happened the way that you're saying it happened. I was just saying that's what I heard. And I mean, I could imagine that if tempers were going to get so hot that somebody shot at someone else, allegedly, yeah, somebody was probably going to be drunk and angry in that equation. Right?
I have a conspiracy theory.
Go ahead.
Ooh,
Let's hear
Okay.
this shit.
Meg shot Tory.
No, the bullet fragments have disappeared.
Yes. Which is, come on now.
Very
like,
suspicious, yes.
all this shit is lining up now.
So
Everybody's
listen,
like this.
Who is Megan signed to?
Rock Nation.
300.
300 and Rock Nation Management.
Now, who's the biggest artist on 300? To Megan Thee Stallion. It's their biggest asset.
Right.
They just sold the fucking label, like kind of out of nowhere. What, $400 million?
Okay.
Imagine, and I'm not saying that this is the case, but imagine if they know something we don't know about the situation, and if their biggest asset is compromised, wouldn't you want to get at, like, if they planned on selling eventually, just sell now before maybe Tory didn't shoot him?
But how much does Meg really add to the bottom line of the value
Of 300?
Yeah, is she making it float?
Is it that?
I
Is
mean,
she
it's
like the
it's
soul?
no, but it's like Megan. It's like YSL, and then like old Migos shit. But like, who else is really on 300? That's like a serious asset. I'm not saying they don't have dope talent at 300,
Right.
But like, she's certain. Her and Thug are keeping the lights on, but really, it's her.
But you're suggesting that like that 300 would have enough connections within the police force that they could make evidence disappear?
I said it was a.
That sounds like a lot.
No, I didn't say that. I think that maybe they. I heard that it wasn't.
But hey, all you have to do is know one good cop.
And by the
right?
way, I did say it's a conspiracy
And
theory.
when I say good cop, I mean bad cop.
But,
like
bro-
you only need to know one dirty cop that can do some shady shit for you, right?
Even when it comes down to like stances, even like with my stances and stuff like that, right? Tory is somebody, bro, who's done a lot of shit for me that he didn't have to do.
What did he do for you?
Countless features. He done pulled up, you know what I'm saying, to events for us, you know what I'm saying? I didn't fuck with this nigga for a long time. And I'm one of the people, like, I'm not gonna turn on nobody at this table. Like, if somebody tells me that nigga did something and they don't have no evidence on it, I ain't gonna be the nigga like, oh, the fuck you. Like, nah, somebody
Right.
says, people didn't tell me, oh, Adam said this or Adam did this. And I'm like, this my homeboy. I don't see the shit that you saying. You feel me? It could be whatever the fuck y'all think it is, but I'm gonna stand by somebody that, you know what I'm saying, look out for me and shit like that.
Let's say tomorrow video comes out, Tory Lanez shooting her in the foot.
I can't fuck with Cub. That's how I am. But I'm gonna give my homeboy the benefit. If my homeboy is like he ain't doing some shit, I'm gonna give my homeboy the benefit of the doubt until I see otherwise.
Well, it is also like the time that we live in where everyone wants to rush and take and stand on a side loudly. And a lot of, I mean, look at what happened with the Jussie Smollett.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody was like, you see the Kamala Harris tweets, and it turned out it was all bullshit.
And this nigga goes on stage saying, I'm the gay
Tupac.
and all that. And they're like, you're such a hero. You're the greatest. You're this, you're that. And then look at this shit. Now y'all like, oh, fuck this nigga.
You think he will get a boyfriend while he's in prison?
I would hope so.
Because he's got to be in PC, and PC's full of all other gay dudes, right? Like he's got to be able to
And/or
find
child
one that he
molesters,
likes, right?
yeah.
Well, I mean, birds of a feather.
I don't know if he's thinking about that right
Well,
now.
Just kidding.
Juicy Smollett.
You would think if you were gay, like going to prison might be fun. Like more fun. Like more fun like than if a straight man went. Right? Like if you're straight and you go to prison, it might not be as good of a time because you're just jerking off to memories.
But I think even the gays don't want to get raped.
No, I'm not talking about. But at least, like, imagine if you're a gay guy and you're in prison. Every day you see dicks in the shower.
No, for sure, yeah.
That aren't yours.
I mean, I am someone who, throughout my life, I have a documented history of heterosexuality, despite what AD and Trev will tell you. And I feel like if I went to prison, I would be miserable.
Right.
Because I don't want to fuck anyone in the prison besides maybe on the girls section. And honestly, from what I've seen of like prison TV shows, I really don't want to fuck none of those ugly
You're
ass
going to
bitches
be
either.
jerking off.
I'm going to be jerking off.
Fully
I think
clothed
if you got
pictures of
life,
women.
you would be like, fuck it.
No, dude. Fuck that.
Can poor man do life and not fuck somebody else?
Yeah.
But if you're gay and you go to prison, at least you get to see dicks.
Thank you. Bootleg Kev, I think you're really saying the important shit. You're saying the quiet part out loud here. Is that
I'm not saying you're going to get fucked in the ass, but at least you take a shower every day and you're like looking around in
You
this
niggas
fucking
is
dicks.
sick. Can we
I'm not-
change-
it'd be
can we
like,
change the subject, please?
No,
okay, well, if they put me in a prison full of supermodels,
you'd be like, this is kind of lit. I'm looking at all these titties and all this pussy in the shower every day. I'm going to go in my bunk and jerk off thinking about... Jussie Smollett is going to be jerking off thinking about all the dicks he saw in the fucking shower.
Yeah.
And he might drop the soap on purpose.
I mean, even like dyke chicks are fucking in demand in the girl prisons, right? Because they like, even someone who exudes a
By the
little bit
way,
of male
dyke,
energy, they're hyped.
can we say dyke?
We
I
were
think you
saying
say
it,
dyke.
I don't know. I got to ask.
No, I was saying
I'm going to let the dykes fly
There
if we
was one
can.
episode where I said it hella times, and then this one lesbian girl I know hit me up, and she was like, "Oh, that's not cool to say that," but I forgot about that.
Is that like the F word?
Nah.
I don't know. I got to ask. I don't know.
The motherfuckers always want to make something like something. Like the F word is just like the N word. No, it's different. The F word is.
Yeah, it's a word you call your best friends, right?
It's not like I grew up saying it so
Sounds about
normally.
white.
I just refuse to
Sounds
accept
about
that it's.
white.
I always knew the N word was problematic. The F word, like people just want to say now that it's that problematic. It's
I
like,
can picture you as a little kid like, nigga, 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 nigga.
What? What I'm not looking forward to is when my kids start singing along to songs and she starts singing that part, and I got to figure out how to be like, okay,
It's not okay.
And then she's gonna be like, but why? She's gonna say, but
Parker,
why?
you can't talk to Uncle Kiki like this.
That's just not a simple conversation. Like,
Right.
if you're gonna tell your kid why they can't say it, it's like that's a whole lot to unpack for her.
Are you like planning for this though? The day?
Well, yeah, because when I'm listening to rap music, whether it's like
You should have AD have the conversation with her. It'd probably be much
that's
more.
a good idea. Yeah,
I'm
If
gonna
you
say, Parker,
that-
they're gonna pack you out if you say this fucking word
If you
in public.
say that word to Uncle AD, he's not gonna like you anymore.
But Daddy, you sing it in the car.
But Dad, you said fuck that.
I think about that shit all the time.
Oh man.
Because when I used to be a kid hearing like "Don't drink and drive," and then I would see my mom drinking a soda in the car, I'd be like, "Mom,
You got soda.
you're drinking and driving." She's like,
Sprite
"Nah."
is illegal.
She's like, Adam, that's not what that means. I'm like, "Oh shit, I've been thinking that about you for the past couple months. I just now finally got the guts to say something."
That's like my mom was smoking weed. I thought she was smoking crack, and I was crying. I'm like, Mom, no, you don't have to do this.
My dad was smoking weed and crack.
Whoa. He's putting cracks in the weed. Yo, that was the best part when in the T-Rail interview when I asked him if he ever tried the crack.
What do you say?
He goes, "Fuck you," but it was so good because he got it because he got like fake offended because I was asking him a fake question. Like I was trolling him, and he fell right in line with it.
Crack's got to be fire, though.
Well, meth was fire, so I bet the crack is fire.
Crack's gotta be fire.
I mean, listen, I did so much coke. There's no way that like
So
crack is
so
that
you've done
different.
meth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
I
there's
told you.
I thought you were just trolling because
I've
he's
done
white.
a ton of
I thought he was
coke.
just being racist.
I've done so much coke. There's no way that like smoking crack could be that different.
I don't
than
know,
just
man.
doing
That
a
crack-
lot of
No,
coke.
nigga,
Imagine
you
there's
crazy.
straight men sucking cock for crack right now.
You ain't never felt that
Would
way,
you
have
suck?
you?
Would you
really
suck
think
dick for
House
coke?
Phone hasn't sucked dick for coke?
Why you gonna disrespect the man when
yeah.
he not here?
I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
No, but I mean, all right. I guess it's got to be. It's intense because it's like all at once. You know.
I just think of like Franklin Saint's girlfriend smoking crack,
Whoa.
and she
Who?
just fucking falls
Snowfall.
out.
You gotta see
I
Snowfall,
gotta keep
man.
watching this shit.
Like, damn.
Bro, crack would like people would give their kids up, bro. Like I don't think coke would do that to you.
Because at some point, coke is a very expensive drug. You're gonna switch from coke to meth or smoking crack.
And not to be funny or nothing like that. Oh, this ain't funny. But I have cousins that are crack babies. They're still fucked up to this day. They're grown. They're adults. And they still have like real mental problems because of that shit. You don't hear about kids, oh, my dad did coke for freaking 30 years and they came out like this. Like, no, they got real crack babies, bro.
I
Like,
have friends who I assume are crack babies, but I'm not gonna ask them because it feels kind of uncomfortable. You know.
Hey, did your parents smoke crack?
Yeah, because like your facial features are a little weird. Like you seem like your parents might have smoked crack. That's an awkward conversation. Kiki laughing on the couch. But you never said it to somebody, right?
well, you a crack baby?
Like, are you a crack? Like, did your mom smoke crack? Is that weird to ask? Like,
I mean, in
Probably rather
2022,
offensive.
yeah.
Depends if you're.
But that was
real homie.
common when I was growing up.
you just bring it up all the time.
I had uncles that was doing crack. You know what I'm saying? They kids, crack babies. Like,
Were they productive crackheads?
no, they weren't productive
Crackheads with
crackheads.
jobs?
I don't think they had a job.
Picking up cans at the park. That kind
No,
of
there's
job?
people
Is
who
that a
are
job?
productive crackheads.
They're
Hell
productive
yeah.
cokeheads.
I have
There's
a
productive cokeheads, but
a relative of mine who does like meth and like will smoke crack like recreationally.
Yeah.
Full job benefits.
Oh yeah.
They're in their 60s still doing this shit.
I
He's
got
a strong
I
man.
got a friend who I was just
a
with at
woman.
the jam, and I remember him telling me that his parents both smoke meth. They go to their job, they're normal shit. They smoke a little bit of meth before work. Maybe they go in the bathroom, hit it a little bit. I mean, it's just everybody got their thing. I mean, I drink fucking coffee all day, so it's like, is coffee a much less powerful drug than meth?
Yeah,
or
but meth
crack?
is fucked
Yeah.
up.
But I mean, if you could do a reasonable amount, which most people don't have enough money to go crazy with whatever
Don't
drug
do
they're
drugs,
into.
kids.
So-
That's why you see I've known girls in my life, like hot girls, they're 21, they move to LA for college or some shit.
And then you see them 5 years
and
later.
They do coke.
Yeah.
But then they move to LA. And the thing in LA is if you start going to clubs, there's going to be some millionaire who wants to pay for you to do all the coke you've ever even dreamed of. And then those are the bitches that end up having to go back to Ohio to go to rehab because they all of a sudden have so much drugs available to them they can't control themselves.
They're
But
getting coke shot up
if
their
you're
asshole.
working a 9 to 5, I mean, yeah, you're not going to do some crazy amount of coke because you can't afford a crazy amount of coke.
I don't know. I had a really poor uncle. My uncle Scott. Shout out to him. I think he just got out of jail.
Scott's Tots.
I was
Scott.
thinking that too.
Scotty. Nah, this motherfucker when I was a kid, like, was the biggest. Like, he's in and out of jail nonstop, like since I was born. Petty shit. But this dude, when I was a kid, he was meth the fuck out, and I went into the bathroom and the whole fucking sink was bloody.
Oh, boy.
And this motherfucker had tweezers trying to pick fucking bugs out of his fucking face that weren't there. It's fucked up.
Yeah, you can't get that fucked up.
But that was meth.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to do a lot of it before that kind of
But
shit
he was
starts
poor.
happening.
So he might have been sucking dick for meth, Uncle Scott.
Sounds about white.
Scott was the fake gay name that I chose when we were asking Crip Mac how he would feel if he had a gay neighbor.
said, "Fuck Scott."
Yeah, I was like, how would you feel if Scott, you got a nice neighbor, Scott, he's a gay man. How would you feel? Man, fuck Scott, he better stay in the house.
Is Crip Mac homophobic?
I would say yes. That's fair to say.
Definitely.
Man, I'm not going to say anything else about
No.
that. There's just.
I know. No.
No, yeah, no. All
No,
right.
I know. No.
Okay, I did want to bring this up. Rest in peace to our boy, and it's not on the screen right now. Rest in peace to our boy Earl
Swaby, crazy.
who was
Big
killed, I
R.I.P.
guess, Sunday night. Apparently, he was at some kind of party in South Central, and I guess like 5 people got shot, and he passed. I don't know what the fuck was going on, what kind of situation it was, or anything like that. But I mean, that's someone I interviewed in the early days of fucking No Jumper. We had him do an exposed segment real early on, and even 6 months ago, Trev went out and filmed a vlog with him and the Illegal Civ guys. And I mean, he was,
he was always a nice link between the skateboarding culture and the street shit in LA. So it's a real.
I went to his
situation.
neighborhood with him. Did a video in his neighborhood before too.
What was that fucking
Bro, what's
song
up?
that I love so much?
Which one?
Oh, but he was like featured.
Hit Your
on it.
Ricky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bitch, hit your Ricky.
He's on that song.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's on
he had
that.
the
Oh, I did
feature
not
on
know
that
Adam,
shit.
for y'all don't know, Adam like he found it 5 years later and played it every fucking day.
I didn't even know about that song when I interviewed him. If I had, I would have been singing.
That
to him
shit
the
took
whole
LA
time.
by storm.
Yeah, bitch, hit your Ricky.
So many remixes.
But you actually filmed him. How was that day though? You
Man,
seemed like he was in good spirits.
Yeah, first of all, you had me pull up to the fucking hood. I was just in the trap
Were you? Nah.
by
you-
myself. Yeah,
Weren't you at LA High?
No, I thought I was gonna film in North Hollywood. Then I connect with Earl, and he says like pull up to my block or whatever, like to my.
Oh, you went to the apartments?
To the park. I went to this park,
Oh yeah, you was in there.
Okay.
and I was just by myself, just like.
Yeah.
But he was a super dope guy, like super welcoming. You know, we talked skateboarding and shit. He hosted the vlog. I spent the whole day with him. We went to go visit his friend that passed away. He wanted to pay respects and stuff. So.
Wow.
It was a dope day. We got to go to the studio after, so I feel like I got to spend a good time with him, even though it wasn't a long time.
Yeah, man. This is the shit that like people just we're way too used to this shit.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like even in just like the past couple months, we just lost so many people in just LA.
Yeah.
You don't even need to expand out from there. So many people got killed over the last couple months, man. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, he was a dope dude.
Very good.
He had a lot of charisma, good energy around him, you know,
Definitely. Yeah.
because he was like this street dude who's good at skateboarding and stuff, and you don't really have that. And he's been skating and doing all that shit. So
I have no idea what was going on with the situation where he got killed, but from the story that I saw, it sounded like it was just some regular shit at a house party, and somebody ended up opening fire. Who knows what exactly happened, but that just reminded me, like, okay, staying in the crib is a good idea.
It's the right move.
Yeah.
There's certain places you don't go though, man. Like when you get to a certain age, you get to a certain threshold and shit like that. Like you couldn't catch me at a fucking house party right now.
no
No?
way.
Fuck no.
Nah, you would never go to a house party in that kind of area?
Nah, hell no.
Yeah, that's fair.
You asking for it. You either asking for somebody to do something to you, or you gonna have to do something to somebody, and they don't need to put yourself. If you have to like put yourself in like me personally, I don't. If I have to question some place that I go, I just won't go.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? Life too short, and you know what I mean. Nothing's that serious. You know what I mean? To be that thirsty to be like, man, I gotta be at this place. Like that could be the last place you can go in your fucking life. Like nah. Ain't
You'd be
worth
a
it.
little too famous, a little too popping in that environment too, you know?
I can't do that no more. But that's why I said when even like the Roddy Ricch situation, Roddy can't come back and just be regular and be nonchalant. It's like nah, that come with that. Like he a fucking trophy.
It's not gonna be fun for him like the way that it would be for fucking other normal people, you know? Okay. What else do we have up on this list? But yeah, man, rest in peace to Earl Swayze.
Rest
That
in
shit,
peace.
terrible. Very, very upsetting to hear about. I really wanted to call House Phone out on the fact that he had an open DM with Julia Fox, Kanye's new girlfriend.
Yep.
He at one point had an open DM with her, but then he got his Instagram deleted, so now he can't. Like, can you imagine the funny ass text messages the House Phone could potentially send to Kanye's girlfriend if he still had the DM open?
You think he would?
I think, knowing House Phone, he would think of something eventually, something creative to say to her.
Wait, she messaged him or he messaged her?
He messaged her, and she actually started responding and liking his messages and shit like that. And now all of a sudden she's with Kanye. I don't know who the fuck she was with before that. If she had a boyfriend that she ended up having to leave or what.
You seen these?
The DMs?
Yeah.
I think he might
I
have shown
seen
some
them.
percentage
Yeah,
of
he
them
showed
too in the group chat. Yeah, but then he lost that account. Then he starts a new Instagram, Property a House Phone. That one gets deleted too. I don't even think he has another one.
What has he done to lose his
What
shit?
is he doing? That's what I'm wondering too. And he lost his Twitter too. So this is like he's like Alex Jones. He's just like not allowed
Just
on social media.
deplatformed.
Yeah.
I know what he did.
You do? What? He posted some ass?
Yeah, I know what he did.
What did he do?
He made fun of Fresh and Fit. That's what he did.
Oh.
Wow. Spencer Cornelia ain't got an Instagram anymore either, maybe.
Conspiracies.
You next then. I'm going to call him.
No.
The BBC's on to you.
Man.
Get him, Walter.
I listened to Joe Budden and them going in on Fresh and Fit.
For reals?
Ooh, I was just listening to the 500th episode of the Joe Budden podcast.
They were talking about it.
They went in. Joe Budden hates them.
deeply. They really seem like they're doubling down though, because I seen Van Lathan posting something else about them, and Myron was just in the comments, just straight up like, "Oh, you little sunflower, like stay triggered," you know, like
They're in too deep. They're in too deep. They can't go
they
back.
can't. Yeah,
They just double down on it.
Yeah, but I mean, you just wonder how they really feel about it, because it can't feel too great to have like
Myron
a lot,
does not care.
They don't give a
but
fuck.
a lot of the most respected people in rap music really trashing them.
I mean, but they're
They're not a rap podcast though.
yeah, their podcast ain't based off of
But
rappers.
they interview a lot of rappers. You'd assume that they probably would like to be in the good graces.
Yeah, but I don't know if the rappers they interview give a fuck.
No,
Yeah.
and I don't think that they would
They
even.
don't.
But that can only go so far, because at some point you get well known enough that the rappers do give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like every time I see that podcast, it's just a bunch of IG chicks on there.
Yeah, and they're like their base. They don't need nobody other than the females. They could sit there and do that shit a million times. If people don't get tired of dating, that shit's always going to be in circulation.
In theory.
You don't
But-
think so?
I don't know. I mean, just it feels like they pissed off the black female community so much in this recent controversy that it just kind of makes me wonder what the reverberations. Like, yes, I understand that a lot of the chicks on their show are like 20 and they ain't even never been on
That was
Twitter.
from an
They don't know
older.
what the fuck-
That specific
older,
clip was
but-
older, right?
Yeah, but it got,
It got rehashed,
repurposed.
yeah.
But the black female audience don't like they shit anyway. Just like Kevin Samuels. The black female audience hate Kevin Samuels.
But his audience is all black females.
They call in.
That's one thing that Joe Budden said while he was doing. They were talking about Kevin Samuels, because Joe Budden, I don't think he really like understands the manosphere as a whole, and he doesn't understand that there are all of these guys on YouTube who are basically saying the same kind of shit that Fresh and Fit and Kevin Samuels are saying. To Joe Budden, it's like, oh, these are two dudes who saw what Kevin Samuels was doing, so they decided that they were basically going to do their younger
Their version
of it with a bunch of chicks from the club or who are about to go to the club, which I understand why Joe Budden would come to that conclusion, because he's not really like familiar with a lot of these pickup type gurus or whatever that fucking Fresh and Fit have kind of taken notes from or whatever. But he was saying that Kevin Samuels' audience is 80% women.
Yeah, but most
Our
of the
audience
people,
is like 90% male.
most of the people call into Kevin to try to like either get clout or they're like really trying to like, oh, I'm gonna tell Kevin to shut up. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like what the Fresh and Fit shit is now too. Cause like I don't see fucking these girls that are in the clubs in Miami going to stop going on their platform and getting the opportunity to plug their shit.
As
They're
long
not-
as they
yeah.
have clout,
What if Rihanna
people
tells
fuck
them
with
not to?
Is
Rihanna?
Is Rihanna the voice of reason for
If Rihanna
club
mentions
girls?
the Fresh and
Yeah.
Fit podcast, it'll be the best thing.
It's a W.
That's a
even,
W.
Even Joe
Yeah.
Budden, like, I think that this situation has brought them way more awareness than ever.
Joe Budden keeps calling them doofs.
Yeah.
Which is not even like a word I'm really familiar with, so I'm not sure exactly what
doof.
it is. It's like a.
It's like a bozo.
Oh, I have a Badoof.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's
I
a
don't want to know.
Pokemon. You fucking act like you're a Pokemon trainer. Get that.
I
out of
like
here.
Pokemon on Nintendo Switch. I don't play Pokemon Go.
Badoof is a.
I never seen a Bidoof.
Me and Josh are
This
both
is a
looking at
common
you like you don't know what
Pokemon?
you're talking about Badoof, yeah, he's out here. There's a shiny.
Please Google him.
I never
I'll let
heard
you
of
know.
a
Show my man a Badoof.
A
You probably
Badoof.
saying it wrong.
No, I am absolutely not. I know all about Badoof. I'm gonna Badoof you after this.
Pause. Oh, Bidoof. Yeah. I know that nigga.
Speaking of Badoof,
know him.
look at our new sponsor right here. I don't
Big fucking chief, nigga.
Hello, what's up?
Let's go. The Uzumaki is on the motherfucking way. You know what I'm saying?
I have some right here.
Big Chief Extracts. And let me say this. If you guys want your hands on the, I know y'all been asking, y'all want your hands on the Uzumaki first. We got a special delivery service coming. You'll be first to get some of the Uzumaki, I think as early as next week. Big Chief Extracts, man.
What's the packs going for?
How much for a pound?
Yeah, what's the package?
We'll talk after camera.
And you're gonna just pull up in a Jeep Cherokee and just serve people?
The first person to buy you know what? We'll do a contest. We can get the first people to order the Uzumakis. I'm gonna pull up to one of those deliveries.
Ooh, that's what you should do. You should do a couple of different.
Hopefully the ops don't order the shit.
Whoa!
They're like, yeah, we got him.
I
know some guys.
some weed.
We're gonna order some weed. He's coming to us.
That's a smart idea though, because I want to find out if AD's really gonna handle his candles. So I might tell
Ooh.
some of his ops, hey, order some
Yeah.
weed. Kiki's coming.
That's a
That's a heavy bag.
Is that a smart thing to be just tossing around?
Look at him just drinking his
Seems like
weed.
a really. Let's just slowly put it down. I'm sitting right next to you. You're throwing the thing
He
around.
has a Bidoof in there.
Yeah, but like, is the Bidoof on safety?
Yeah, it's a heavy Bidoof.
I'm just yeah.
You're safe. You're safe, Kev.
Okay,
It's a shiny Bidoof.
Jesus, that was an aggressive toss.
He can really whip his thing around, can't he?
Oh,
Okay. Am I done? Am I done with my list of
shout out
things
to
that we're meaning
SWB.
to talk
OG
about?
suicide.
We talked about the cops. We talked about the BMX jam. We talked about Julia Fox. Jenna Jameson can't walk, and Roddy Ricch false claiming? Question mark? Question mark? We talked about all those things. So that seems pretty good. What else are we going to talk about? We got any more? Oh wow, the donations! I forgot. Yeah, if you guys send in $10 or more, we'll read your donation. Look at this right here. 2 hours ago, listen to some fat meech. Okay. Adam, interview Gideon.
Gideon is funny.
I don't know who that is.
Gideon is the guy that pranked fucking T-Rail's girl
Doing
on
what?
fucking YouTube and TikTok. It's going crazy right now.
Really?
The nigga funny, bro. I kind of didn't like when he did
didn't like
that,
that clip.
but I looked at his videos after that. That nigga's hilarious.
How
Shout out to
did he?
Gideon.
How did he prank Heather?
So Heather, they were doing like a shoot, and he literally just walked up to him, was like talking to them, and then Heather gets mad, like, "Where fuck you, boom, boom," and this gay guy is just chasing him. He's like, he's running from them and all type of shit, bro. This nigga literally too. He had his whole community, right? Like,
How did I not know about this?
Go on Lizzo's fucking Instagram live, like answer him. Like, had Lizzo listening to a song he made for her and shit.
Wow.
He's doing things, man.
That's cool. Michael Metro said likes are free. I don't know. He always donates and says that. It's kind of interesting. Albert Rodriguez said barbers tap in with Trevor.
You cut hair?
Nope.
B Saw said Adam fall back. Let AD do his show. We rock with it how it is. Don't fix what isn't broken. White man telling black man how to work is so American. Okay, B Sauce, you're an idiot.
B sauce.
This is okay. I would like to just respond to this and say this is a pretty insane opinion that me, having done thousands of podcasts, shouldn't feel like AD could use some advice.
Some pointers?
Like I would be a really shitty friend and fellow podcaster if I didn't give you some advice, considering you hadn't done this at all up till a year or two ago.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100. If Adam didn't like show me ropes of this shit, I'd have been canceled a long time ago.
Yeah. So B Sauce.
And if I didn't edit that shit out.
If you didn't have to edit out him
If you heard the
incriminating
things,
himself,
if you heard the things I said when I first came to this platform, it'd be fucking ridiculous.
wishing death upon people and
Hey!
such. Hey,
Allegedly.
Alex Horn sends $5. Appreciate you. Michael Metrick said, "Get the likes up." Another $5. Thank you very much. Creo1 said, "Bootleg Kev, a kinky dude." Ha 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 ha.
What did I say? That was kinky, bro.
I don't know. That's what the streets are saying, man.
Is it the dicks?
I don't
the
know.
dicks in jail?
What the fuck?
Someone said I'm hunched over and I sound like Michael Rappaport.
Oh,
Why they say Trevor's so insecure?
Yeah, mustache stranger said Trevor is so insecure.
I was like, this is just gonna be roast of just either
Damn.
me or Bootleg Kev.
Yeah.
Damn,
Chelsea
Chelsea
Rodriguez
Rodriguez wanted to get that off.
Kev, why are you so hunched over, my boy?
You hiding from the blammy bag.
Chelsea Rodriguez
Not trying to
also
get
said,
killed.
"Hey Adam, please put my donation into Duno's GoFundMe weight loss program. Let's get the Hami on online program. Shout out at the end of the day, we rockin'."
Shout out to you at the end of the day. Thank you, Chelsea.
Does he have a GoFundMe to lose weight? That's pretty pathetic.
Is that a thing?
I don't think so. Arvin Raj said we need the Montana 300 interview. That would be cool. Let's do it.
yeah, that'd be
Noodle Knocker said when we get into November GTA 5 RP server, it would go well with It's AD Twitch.
Follow my motherfucking Twitch,
I
man.
never played GTA, so I have no idea.
I had a company reach out to me to play GTA RP, so I'm thinking about doing that.
That's role play, so they actually have to act like the character. So AD would have to
but
act
you're gonna
like.
get yourself in trouble like Almighty J saying he was smoking on some dead
Nah,
people from Chicago and
I'll
shit.
say that.
You'll say, but not about some people in LA. You won't.
No, why would you do that? It's a fucking game.
But it's role playing. That's what Almighty J was doing. He was pretending that he was like a BD or a GD or whatever, and he's talking about smoking on.
Some shit you don't role play with.
Well, I agree. Would you role play
You
as a
do
trans
role playing?
person?
I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, I'm saying.
Nah, I don't know, bro. I know BT Grizzly be doing that shit.
Carlos said 80 is the rollie, a 36 or a 40.
I love my 36, and the 40 is on the way
Ooh, okay.
this year.
He's about to be 40. Jose Gonzalez said, "Fed and fraud stay dissing no jumper." Did they diss us? We haven't, I haven't
I've
seen
never
it.
seen it.
Yeah, I haven't
Clip
heard
it.
about it. That'd be cool.
Do they mean
Nah, I doubt Walter and Myron do that.
Yeah, clip it. Adam, can we get a new Splurge interview? Also, shout out AD, always being a real one, responding to IG. The Dare app is truly life. What the fuck is the Dare
Hey
app?
man, thank you for saying that because a lot of people been asking me if you have a problem with anxiety, you got anything going on in your life right now. The Dare app helped get my anxiety.
Like those shirts, Dare?
It's an app.
It's an app. It's called Dare. Like it breaks down what all the type of different anxieties, how to like fight through them and stuff like that. I found that shit when I was going through a dark time. That shit fucking helped me, and
They paying you?
I just helped.
There it is.
Interesting.
Just kept it real. Hopefully, Dare, if you listening, I'm an advocate.
So everybody who you're reading, they spent money to have you read.
Yes.
yeah, it's super chat.
Oh shit.
They're crazy. And yes, I will interview Splurge again. That would be cool. I fuck with Splurge. He used to come to the shop, hang out all the time. Hopefully, we have another shop soon. Interview Young Slowby. Is he from?
He sounds familiar.
Stockton,
I don't know
right?
if I'm pretty sure
Stockton.
he's from Stockton.
Yeah.
Stockton.
Stockton's a crazy fucking place.
Crazy
It's like the
place.
craziest.
It might be.
Crazy place.
It might be.
Good music coming out of Stockton though.
Seek once
Fire.
said, last night I popped a blue chew like a senzu bean, bro.
That's fire.
What's a senzu bean?
It's Dragon Ball Z reference.
Have you done the Blue Chew?
Yes, we do advertisements for them all the time.
I ain't never gotten none.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's true. We
They don't send any?
We do promotion. I don't know if we ever had any here. Well, because you have to go on the website and fill out a fucking form.
Blue Chew, give us an ad at the end of
It's
the day.
probably better than the Rhino shit at the liquor store.
Hell yeah. AD's been wearing blue for all these years, just trying to get sponsored by Blue Chew.
The Rhino shit works though.
I mean, the honey is like the shit.
I've never done the honey. I've only done those pills that come in
The honey is the shit.
Yeah, no, those Rhino joints that have you fucking zooted.
The World's Forgotten sent $5, said Harmonious Gang. We don't know what that is.
Shout out to Yuri.
Hugo Bossman sent $6, said, is the DJ Ghost interview coming? Man, me and him keep going back and forth about it. Yes, I want to make it happen. He needs to get his ass out here.
DJ
Well,
Ghost.
actually, I have somebody I kind of want to interview in Vegas, and maybe if I could interview DJ Ghost out there too,
It makes sense.
then it would make more sense to go out there for the weekend. So that's a good idea. Count Macula said, shout out to my guy Black Dave. That's the bro. We need more No Jumper East Coast coverage. I agree. He has a very, very dope vlog that we're trying to get monetized right now, coming out soon. Kev, Spencer W said, Kev, you ever miss living here in Tampa? Tampa kind of lit now.
Yeah, Tampa was a fucking movie.
We were just talking about Tampa on your podcast.
I love
which
me some Tampa,
be up in
man.
a day or
Ybor
two.
City, St. Pete. Yep,
Factoids.
good times. You ever been to Tampa, AD?
Once.
Oh, did you fuck in Tampa?
No,
No. Yeah.
Sanely said a custer is a buster with a C on the motherfucker. Great.
that's the truth.
That is
Someone paid to say that?
Yeah.
$5 to say that. My girl asked me a couple weeks ago.
People have real disposable income, huh?
My girl's like, so
Same as Twitch.
you're gonna make fun of me for asking this, but what's a custer?
That is fucking fire.
I'm like,
gonna
it's a buster with a C on it.
a custer.
And the next thing is, what's a buster? And what would you say to that?
What's a buster?
No, what would you say to Lynn if she asked, what's a buster?
I say a custer with a B on it.
So, hey, let me ask you this. Could you say I custer nut instead of buster nut?
Bro, that's a new one. I like that.
I noticed
cussed
that,
a nut.
but I
Cussed a
noticed
nut out
the game
I
members,
cussed a nut.
The game members don't turn every B into
Yo, I
a
cussed
C.
a nut.
Yeah,
Speaking of busting nuts,
like if you like super crazy, you would say you put a C on
But
everything.
okay, Crip Mac is about as crazy as it
that's
gets.
a wild,
Yeah, he's
wild way to
awesome.
live.
Yeah.
Crip Mac is, and I don't mean to offend anyone out there, but he's in a lot of ways probably the most extreme Crip,
He says
right?
CMX.
Right, but he still says big booty sitches. He doesn't say sig cootie sitches. You
Big
know?
booty bitches.
But some stuff it won't work. Like saying bicycle, you can't say bicycle.
No, but people were trying to ask him that.
Do you know people like that?
When we were at
Yeah.
the jam, people were trying to say to Crip Mac, like, oh, are you riding Sykes? And he's just like,
that's got to be a stressful way to live.
yeah, but the way he replaces the 2s and the 4s with 5s,
Yo, I
that
just-
shit's
You
OD.
can do that. You can do that in your dictation.
Hey,
But some-
cuz I
Sometimes he
just
starts
cussed it a
talking
nut.
slow. He starts talking
On
slow,
this
and you can tell his brain
kid
is working
cootie
really hard to think about
Kitch.
it.
like I had too much time on my hands when I did this. A long time ago, I changed all the words so it wouldn't have like no CKs in it. So it just easily just
When
That's a
you
fucking
texted?
commitment,
You
boy.
change
Yeah,
every
stupid.
You
word.
did the auto text?
not every word, but like just certain words like fuck and you know what I'm saying. Anything like
Damn,
regular
that's
shit.
crazy. Y'all see that Drake's putting hot sauce in condoms?
bro.
Y'all see that shit?
What is that? What is that shit about?
Hey, the memes for that shit is funny. Anybody believe that stupid ass shit? You a piece of shit.
That's like the one of Kanye hiding in the bushes outside of Kim Kardashian.
That shit is funny.
That was just such fake
Kev,
news.
do some push-ups and pull-ups. I'm on it, buddy. Thanks.
My ninja.
Thanks,
you, my
Joseph.
Jesus Gomez said interview Necro. That would be great. Tell him to tap
Yo,
in with me.
Necro, the horrorcore rap wave.
would do that.
Necro was fire.
And Ben Sable said interview Joey Badass.
You got on Crocs, Kev. You like them?
I just got him, bro.
I would interview Joey Badass.
I love these
for
fucking things.
I never talked to him.
My first pair of Crocs.
Scroll down a little bit more. High Off Energy Gang sent $5. Trying to get a paintball war with the No Jumper Squad. Check out High Off Energy Gang on y'all free
I love
time.
paintballing.
I've never played paintball.
$5 shout out.
Not really interested either.
They got the spot. I'll tell you, Bellflower is fucking crazy.
I heard that shit hurts.
It does if you get hit.
I got plenty of shit to do. I don't think I need anybody shooting paintballs
For a
at my head.
vlog with the team, what's wrong with you? That's
Who's
fun.
gonna vlog it? They're gonna get their fucking camera destroyed by a paintball.
That is true. Oh wait,
Scroll back down. We just missed.
What
one
about
shot.
a GoPro on a motherfucking clothes?
We could film it. You just got to get a case for it or some shit.
Yeah.
Do you have a nipple piercing?
No.
Have you ever had a nipple piercing?
I've never had anything pierced in my entire life. That's one thing I could say I'm proud of.
Likewise. No
I've
piercings.
had a lot of piercings.
Yeah, you're a nose ring guy.
I got nose ring. I used to have my eyebrow. I took that shit out.
Did you ever have the tongue ring?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Who has
I ain't
it?
no freak.
Who has it? Somebody has it. Fuck, I forget. Oh, Jab 5 has it.
The tongue ring?
Wow.
People kept pointing it out in the comments like, why did you ask him about his fucking tongue ring?
Damn.
You know,
The tongue ring era.
he's a
You
real
see people-
gangster. Do I really want to
I
ask
hate-
him like, so you
I'm
got a
kind of
tongue
glad
ring?
I didn't get this. It was an era where everybody was getting this part of their ear pierced.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad I didn't get it.
You look like fucking Mr. T, bruh.
Yeah, I didn't get that shit.
Yeah, I never understood it because to me, like I remember when I was going to hardcore shows when I was like 18, 19, everybody would have the huge gauges in their ear. Phil is an example of that.
Yo,
Phil,
and then when you take them out and you get old, there's like really beautiful women who have the most gape, like their fucking sleeve wizard ass ears
Yeah.
are not a good look.
I like a gaping asshole, but not a gaping ear. Interviewed 22G Faye from SD. I never heard of him, but okay. When are you going to get Stephen Moses on here again? That would be very interesting. I've probably never met anybody who's done as much Xanax as Stephen Moses.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
He was wilding. Thoughts on sponsoring Twitch streamers? Sponsoring them to do what?
We're sponsored.
Sponsor mine.
To do what?
I don't know.
Bro, we just put a logo in the background?
Let's do
You
it.
should do that anyway. I don't know. Keep going up. Good stacks. Bootleg Kev, have Adam interview the black backflip king Chappelle. Oh, I know him. Chappelle.
Chappelle.
Lacey,
I went to
yeah.
high school with Chappelle.
Do you really?
Yeah, that's
Jesus
one of my
Christ.
closest friends in high school. So now he's doing
The Brandon Schaub
the
shit.
Brendan Schaub shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Shout
should.
out to him.
Chappelle's solid, bro. He can skate his ass off, and
Really?
he's he used to be a professional cheerleader, so he could do a
Wow,
standing
really?
backflip. That motherfucker is legit. You should definitely have Chappelle on, and he's funny as fuck.
Because we had Toby Morse from the band H2O in here, and he's like his buddy, so he was chilling during that.
Yeah, he's solid, man. You should have him on.
What part of Mexico are you from, Kev?
I'm from Puerto Peñasco.
OG Smackaputa said that.
I see this is a thing.
AD and maybe Adam, watch Attack on Titan's dope show.
I heard Attack on Titan is fire.
Never seen it.
Anime.
Did y'all see Kodak busting cheeks at the game?
I don't know what that means.
Busting cheeks? Fucking, I assume.
Hey, this
I
guy
doubt
just
they
said if I can do 10 push-ups and 10 sit-ups back to back, they'll cash at me a rack. I don't.
Do it, Kev, do
Old
it.
Michael
Chelsea Rodriguez, I don't believe you.
He wrote old Michael Rappaport as boy. She's trying to
She
sun
little
you.
bro me.
Little bros you.
Did I do something to Chelsea? Shit. Who is that bitch?
I don't know. I've never seen her so aggressive in the chat. When Rico Reckless gets out of jail, have him on the podcast and interview Lil Mo from Chicago. Okay, let's do it. 80, what's the best vodka?
Best vodka?
You never drink vodka, really, did you?
I'm
Tito's.
not a vodka man, but I'm gonna have to go to Tito's.
Tito's is the one.
Albert Rodriguez says, shut up, Fudge Willie, new album coming out. When you
Fudge Willie!
Fudge Willie is this man that we know who spits on his own titties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does a lot.
And
of
pick up
good
his
things.
own.
Adam,
I
interview
fucking
Jason
love it.
Ellis. That's crazy because Toby actually, Toby Morris, who I just mentioned, put me on group chat with Jason Ellis. So
Who is it? Who's Jason Ellis?
He's a fucking motocross metal militia legend, and so and he has his own podcast now.
Metal Militia. I remember that shit. My cousin used to wear SRH.
Yeah. Adam, interview Cinna from Florida. I do not know who that is, but okay. That's most of these donations are like interview someone, and I have to be like,
How have you never interviewed Cottonmouth Kings, or like someone from that group? I feel like that's like in your like you've done like ICP multiple times. You need that KMK, man.
yeah, I never listened to them. I don't know anything about them, so
Their music was atrocious, but they definitely were tapped in with the BMX motocross shit.
were they?
Oh yeah.
Interesting. I don't know anything about them, so I would have to learn a lot. But okay. Remember when you interviewed EBZ? Is he trash? Thoughts on EBZ? Do you miss Burger Planet? Well, I definitely don't miss Burger Planet, even though he was pretty funny. EBZ was basically like an Uber driver who ended up like we have a friend, Ice Poseidon.
That's the Gator nigga?
Yeah. That's just such a good way to sum him up. But like our friend came here and he was live streaming himself, and his Uber driver just happened to be this guy who rapped, and like he came on the stream with us, and he basically figured out streaming from there. NH Paradox said I would love to see a Fred Durst interview, especially if you guys had ICP on.
At the same time?
This dude sold 50 million and was at Woodstock and just disappeared. I mean, Fred Durst has been doing things for many years. He didn't just disappear, but
You know what? Their music, I just had this conversation. Their music aged so bad. Like Limp Bizkit's music is god awful.
yeah,
It did not age well.
But at the same time, I feel like our culture kind of like started to really look down upon new metal and hate on new metal.
But like
unnecessarily.
Korn's still fire. Like if you go listen to Follow the Leader, it's still dope.
I don't know if I would still listen to Korn. I would
fuck
probably,
with
I would
Korn.
rather listen to Limp Bizkit than Korn.
Nah, fuck that.
No,
Limp Bizkit shit is terrible.
I don't have many.
The
of
best
them.
shit they had was that In Together Now shit produced by Primo. That shit still is cool,
Yeah,
but
that was lit. But that also sounded nothing like anything
like
else.
any of their other terrible music.
Somebody said get Absol on here. That would be fire.
Oh, Absol for
Where he
sure,
at?
for sure.
What's going on with him?
Man.
That's another Pokemon.
Pokemon app?
No, Absol.
Ab one of like the hardest rappers of all
Oh,
time.
he could rap.
bro.
Yeah, for sure.
was
He's a
fire.
Jedi.
I've had more input on this podcast this episode than Travis.
That's me.
Who the fuck is Travis?
Trevor, you mean? How do y'all feel about the new season of Euphoria? I have not seen. I've seen one
I
episode.
seen the first episode of
I've
it.
seen one episode of the first.
I just
That shit
started
was
that shit.
intense.
Was it?
Don't fucking spoil it, bro.
That shit, hey, that's a good
I haven't
ass
watched it
episode.
yet.
If this is a reflection of what the rest of the season is gonna be like, it's gonna be better than season
You know
one.
what y'all should watch is Yellowstone.
You said
is
that
that?
on mine.
Kevin fucking Costner, some cowboy shit. That
Anybody
shit's...
seen Ted Lasso yet? It's winning all these fucking awards.
Ted Lasso, I have not.
I watched a couple episodes of it and it was too positive and like
can't fuck with
family friendly
Apple
for me.
Plus.
I don't know if I should go to Succession next or
Succession.
It's
Yeah.
Me
bro,
and you will
watch
talk about it every day.
Yellowstone, bro.
No, Succession. You haven't seen
Yellowstone.
Succession?
I heard that shit's crazy.
Okay.
It's crazy, but Yellowstone has Kevin Costner, bro.
Kevin Costner's
It's like Sons of Anarchy with fucking
Who the
horses.
fuck is Kevin Costner?
Kevin Costner?
Sons of
I can't
Anarchy is
picture him in my
fire.
head.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The Bodyguard?
What? Dances with the Wolves?
Yeah.
Waterworld?
Should I Google him?
Wow.
Bull Durham?
I don't remember who it is.
Kevin Costner?
That's just like one of those white dudes that I just don't know who it is.
Bro,
You know who Kevin Costner is.
Kevin. No, because people always do this to me.
He's a
about,
Bidoof.
Kevin Costner.
I've never seen this dude before. Who the
Are you
fuck is
fucking
this?
kidding me?
You've seen Kevin Costner.
You've never
bro.
seen Field of Dreams?
Nah. Who the fuck is this?
Kevin Costner.
Oh, you've never. Are you serious? The Bodyguard.
He just looks like an old, wrinkly ass, mush face fuck.
He's a legend, bro.
I never seen The Bodyguard. Should I see that?
Whitney Houston?
Maybe if I saw him when he was younger. Yeah, I guess the younger pictures look a little bit more familiar.
You never saw Waterworld, bro?
Oh, that was him.
That was him. Terrible.
I never seen
terrible.
Waterworld, but the live show they got at Universal Studios. they
All I
always do it.
remember is that he drank his own pee in the beginning of it.
He did?
Yeah, he turned his pee into water and drank it.
I remember that.
Anyway, fuck Kevin Costner. I don't know nothing about you. You ain't from my hood. You never
He's
been
from
to New Hampshire.
He's from Compton.
No, he's not.
I swear to God, look it up. Kevin Costner
Kevin Costner.
he is from Compton.
Kevin Costner.
He's from Compton.
City of
Fuck no.
This is where you'll. Yeah,
Whoa. That do make sense because
he's from Compton.
the Bush family is originally from Compton, too.
Kevin Costner's from Compton.
All the white people used to live in Compton, and then they moved out, and then,
He was on fucking one of them late night. Oh, he was on Jimmy Kimmel, and they were talking about how he grew up in Compton.
But he didn't grow up in like Art
Linwood.
Compton. Linwood? That's not Compton.
No, but he lived in
okay.
Compton.
He was born in Linwood and then grew up in
is-
Compton.
Linwood is like on the threshold.
He was born
Bro.
in 1955, so I'm not really sure what Compton would have been like during his
Bro,
childhood.
you guys
All
can
the white
claim.
people, all the white people.
You guys can claim Kevin Costner though, bro.
That's fire.
That is fire.
Kevin Costner, Venus and Serena, Anthony Anderson.
They're from Compton?
Venus and Serena?
Yeah.
they were
You didn't
French
see
or
King
some shit.
Richard?
No, they from Compton.
I had no idea.
You said
Man,
you
what-
thought they were French?
I never heard him talk. I don't know.
Because they play
Watch,
tennis.
watch King Richard, man. Get
Bro.
you some.
What's King Richard?
Will Smith, man. He plays a dad in the movie.
You have zero idea about like the Venus Serena story?
No.
Oh my
They
god.
play tennis. And
yeah,
they're
but
thick.
they're from Compton.
Didn't one of them fuck Drake? Well, I don't fucking know. Wait, why would I know about some random ass tennis girls?
Because
It's a
Serena
dope-
Williams
it's
is
a-
like one of the greatest athletes of all
Of
time.
all time.
I don't watch tennis, so that's kind of irrelevant to me.
Neither
right?
do I.
And how many black people do you know play tennis?
Them and Arthur Ashe. And I don't really know Arthur Ashe. I just know he's a black dude that played
If
tennis.
you see their story, they had to go through a lot. Like, you know, even when I was growing up, like their dad was coaching us and stuff like that. So my neighborhood is like.
Their dad coached you?
Like him and his family and stuff. They used to have not coaching, but
I'm like, were you playing tennis?
no, I
bro?
didn't play tennis. But they had like shit they did for the community.
Yeah.
So you can go to the park. It's Track New Park. It's around the corner from my neighborhood and stuff.
Who's
like
from
that.
there?
What you mean?
Ah, fuck. Who'd I interview those from?
From
there?
Track New Park, MCA.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he was the one banging that.
So
No,
my
I know
neighborhood
nothing
is
about
like right around from over there.
Venus and Serena
Yeah, you got
from Compton.
Watch
I'm
King Richard. It might
finding
win
out a
an
lot of-
Academy Award this year too.
I'm finding out a lot of cool things about my home away from home.
Mm.
I was born in New Hampshire, but my soul has always been in Compton.
I think I could be wrong. I think George Lopez is from Compton too.
You claim that?
I think so.
You better, hey man, tell everybody Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner now.
Scroll up a little bit more. I want to read the rest of these donations before we get the fuck out of here, and I have to go read comments about how I didn't know anything about the Serena girl. DCG Brothers Chicago interview. Already interviewed them. Haha, you're stupid. Thank you for the $5 though. Bring Hampton Brandon back. LMAO. I mean, what the fuck is he doing now? He was like the original person that we told him if he came to the store we were gonna shoot him. He was like a streamer who was just like always doing some reckless ass shit on Hollywood Boulevard, and he would be kind of like hanging out outside the store here and there. Interview Conejo, the Chicano Tupac.
Jeez.
So many artists that I've
I
never
thought that
heard
was
of
Lil Rob.
getting brought up here. I feel like I heard Duno mention him though. Interview Damn John Boy. I think that this is just slowly becoming like people telling me to interview people because they know that I don't know who it is. Hampton Brandon is homeless and tweaking on the Hollywood Boulevard. Get him on the show. Also, you should interview Testo Dub. I'm supposed to interview Dub soon. Kev recently interviewed him as well.
Yep.
Paintball War, whatever. I don't give a fuck about paintball. Nito said, "Who do you consider the top rapper that represents the Hispanic community at this moment?" Probably Duno. NH Paradox said, "Kev Wright, Corn is lit." Okay. R.I.P. Bob Saget. Facts. Interview Flatbush Zombies, please. Zombie Gang. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever heard them, but sure, I'm down.
You've never heard of
Flatbush Zombies? You
I
know.
don't think I ever listened
That
to them.
shit fire.
what? Beast Coast? Oh, that's some real aggressive New
Flatbush
York
Zombies
shit.
are tight.
Yeah, you guys are on some
Bro,
fucking underground shit.
Flatbush
never
Zombies
heard
not
of the
even underground, bro. They
Flatbush
sell out fucking
Huh?
everywhere.
You've heard of the Flatbush
Are you
I've
Zombies?
serious?
heard of them, but I don't know if I ever heard a song.
They're fucking fire.
What?
Yeah, they're
They
tight.
keep calling Travis.
Travis, I rock with you, fam. Don't listen to these folks. It's tough to get your 2 cents in with Rappaport.
Yo, who the fuck is Chelsea?
I've never seen her.
Are we
bring
sure?
this
Are we
energy.
sure Chelsea's a female? Are we sure she's a female?
Not.
They call me
maybe.
Travis.
I don't know. Travis.
Travis Porter is
Hey,
my
fuck
name
you,
now.
Chelsea.
The World's Forgotten said, "You guys see Southside on HBO Max? I never heard of it. What is that? Tell us more." Who's this? Scroll up. Evan A said, "We on for tomorrow." AD, I'm gonna be there.
Firebird chicken.
I'm gonna be the.
You gonna get some Firebird
That's
chicken?
who Evan A is.
Yep.
Fire. I had that shit. That shit was stupid. Bring Cardo on the show. His beats go hard. You know him?
Cardo, that's my guy.
That would be sick.
Look at the username.
Hey, Cardo, if you listening to this, you supposed to put me in a fucking movie. He asked me to do a movie. He ain't call me back here.
It was not the kind of movie you thought it was going to be. Adam's head tattoo drawn by a 6-year-old was who said, "Bring Cardo on the
It's
show."
a great fucking name.
Fat Albrave 187 said, "I want to send y'all some bear bricks for show promo. How do I do it?"
DM me, because Adam, we both got some bear bricks.
What is a bear brick?
Like the tall,
That's
like
what I was
the
saying.
bears, like the little. They
What?
kind of like they like life size.
Apparently, people
The
love
fuck?
this shit. I didn't know what it was
Some
really
of those
until
is like
recently.
10 grand and shit.
Yeah.
I didn't really.
Oh, I see. I know.
Wow, the
I know.
chrome one is tight.
I
But
think
you-
Ben
yeah,
Baller
that
has a
1,000
bunch of those in his
yeah,
house.
that's
Who
1,000%.
makes these? Like, where do they come
That's the
from?
company, Bear Brick.
And their whole thing is that they just make these bears with different designs on them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
I'm
go
not.
crazy.
I don't get it. I've never got it.
Well, I tried to trade Adam one for a different color for my
Okay,
crib.
so this company hits me up and they're like, we'll give you a bear brick. I'm like, okay. They said, which one do you want? And there was like a bunch of different artists. And one of them was Basquiat. I didn't know who the fuck the other artists were for the most part. All I know about Basquiat is I watched a documentary about him a while ago or a movie. He's black. He's from New York. He was a great artist. Jay-Z sucks his dick.
Whoa.
I won't say that. Jay-Z
would
respects
you
him a
say
lot.
that?
Jesus.
Jay-Z's always rapping about him and shit. So I got the Basquiat bear brick. He's trying to trade me a bear brick that just says Brillo all over it.
But-
I don't know what the fuck it is. So
Does the bear that you have smoke
fuck
crack?
is Brillo?
No.
The
See,
Brillo bear?
but
And I
bear
told him he
brick-
got a Brillo pad for a head.
The bear brick
Ooh.
that I have, right, is worth double the one that he has.
I don't
So
give a
I'm
fuck.
So
giving
why don't
him
you just
one.
sell it and buy 2 of the one he has?
I'm not a
That's a
seller.
great
I'm gonna
idea.
put it on Poshmark.
Yeah, you put that shit on
Oh,
StockX, bruh.
Ah,
You're fucking missing out, man.
threw away the box.
I feel like those are easily like bootleggable too. I feel like you probably
What
get
if I give it to Bootleg Kev to bootleg the version?
Nah,
of it?
there's this fucking
Bootleg
like you
bear
could go to
brick's
Alibaba.com and probably find a fucking bear brick for like $5.99.
That's why you got pushed out of
bear
the bootleg
bricks,
world.
The cheapest you gonna find.
I'm
a
dropping
bear
the
brick,
secrets.
The cheapest you gonna find a bear brick like on the streets.
A
like
real one.
$1,000.
A real one.
Yeah, a real one. $1,000.
Yeah, a real one.
G-ball.
Who the fuck's buying $1,000 toys?
Me.
Damn, John Boy is
Yeah,
a
DJ
producer.
Amen.
Hey,
And DJ
sure.
Amen. Yeah, Amen's got all the fucking toys. He's got a dungeon.
this dude said, "I got you ADB checking your DM from a toy store."
Say no more.
He probably it's
I
gonna be
want a bear
confusing
brick.
for him because he's got so many different Toy Story
Can I
sauce.
get a black one, please?
Damn, John Boy is a producer and rapper from Detroit. He's fired. He's sleeping if you don't know who he is. Okay, cool. You know about a rapper I don't know about. You're
Damn,
awesome.
John Boy.
Interview Hassan Piker. I mean, that would be something. That would be interesting. AD should do it. He's a Twitch guy now. Adam kind of looked like a Bidoof. Okay, I got to wear that.
Yo, but doof looking at
AD, how you feel about Baby Lane's Uncle Kiwi D talking about the night they shot Pac?
It's crazy because I've heard so many fucking stories from different people. Who knows, man?
I'm assuming that happened on Vlad's show whenever they talked about that. That sounds like
I
a Vlad-
wasn't-
That sounds like a Vlad
I
combo.
don't know nothing about that.
My
shit.
appetite
Clubhouse.
for like hearing about like gangster shit from the 80s via like 5 million Vlad interviews. Yeah, no.
Do you watch a lot of those?
I watch a decent amount if the title grabs my attention, but I'm probably not going to watch any interview about Tupac's death ever again just because I already
There's like
I
4
already know
shows
a
you can
lot.
watch and some movies you can watch.
That's what I'm saying. Shout out Compton AD and Sharp. I'm still waiting on SPI interviews. Salute Spider-Look. Put respect on Cuz. name.
Yeah, straight up.
Shout out to Spiderloak, man. G Unit West.
Here we go. I don't know if he claims that anymore, but
Probably not.
all right. That's enough donations for
And
now.
I gotta peep bad as a
Yeah,
motherfucker.
shout out to everybody who chilled with us. Shout out to Bootleg Kev
Yeah.
for filling in for House Phone, who gave us an exciting 2 hours notice that he wasn't going to come. That was cool. And shout out to Trev for filling in as well.
I appreciate it.
Boom.
And shout out Louis Knows for giving me this hoodie, which I probably should have mentioned earlier. But yeah, Patreon, we got a dope new episode with Bonnie Lockett, right? So check that
What's
out.
the difference between the Patreon and what you did? Are bitches fucking on Patreon?
No, on the Patreon, there's no actual sex, but you get to see us interview a different girl each week. You should
Bring him
you
on.
should
Bring
sit
him on
in.
for
No,
a-
you're
for
gonna
a
get too
Patreon.
turned on.
Oh,
this
no,
girl's
no,
gonna
no,
leave
no,
him.
no.
He's
Oh, you
gonna
can't.
beat off
I'm
under the
staying away.
table.
I'm staying away.
AD does it. I mean, you guys
I'm
you
good.
do know?
AD's not like
They
I
put
don't
chips
know.
on the.
I'm
the
so
girls'
good.
hairs, you
AD's
get
not
whipped.
beating off on the podcast, so it's different.
I'm not getting fingered on a couch.
But Bonnie Lockett is on there, and then this week on Plug Talk, only plugtalk.com, Dana DeArmond.
Who the fuck is that?
Probably the first woman I've ever had sex with who also had sex with Brian Pumper.
I don't know if that's good.
And probably not. There's probably more, but
That's what turned you on about her. Huh?
she told me she fucked Brian Pumper a million times.
Wow. So you and Brian Pumper are Eskimo brothers.
At least once.
Wow.
Probably
Impressive.
more. Hopefully more.
Didn't you put out a Brian Pumper documentary?
Almost 1 million views, I believe.
Piece of artwork.
All right, what was it 500,000? It's got a lot of views.
Yeah.
I worked on it for months. I watched everything. I Googled so deep to learn about Brian Pumper for that video.
Have you ever met him?
No.
Dude, when I first moved to LA, he was in North Hollywood at like, one of those like Asian donut boba like corner spots that are open all night.
That's his kind of spot, yeah.
Me and my girl are in there getting like donuts or some shit, and he's in front of us. And I was like, oh shit, Brian Pumper, you're a fucking legend, bro. Whatever. And we're leaving, and this fool is in like a fucking 99 Sentra,
Yep.
like fucking packed full of shit. Like,
Yeah, he's homeless.
no, like all his shit was in there.
Right.
And I was like, but the thing is he still had like, he was inside of the donut place with the chain on.
Yeah.
And like he still like it was. I was very confused.
That chain's worth about
He's a
40
legend.
bucks, maybe.
Brian Pumper jewels, man. Fabulous used to say it.
But the best thing that he ever did is we're still
We're
on,
talking
you
about
bitch.
Brian Pumper.
The best thing we ever did though is when he went on Vlad and said that the reason why he wears fake jewelry is because all these millionaires are wearing costume jewelry so that they don't get robbed or whatever, as if he has the real version
Right.
at home in his car.
I seen him on Hollywood Boulevard trying to get a girl.
He had lugs on. I saw him outside of Playhouse with lugs on.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
used to always
like-
be outside the playhouse.
With lugs.
And he will have like 2 girls on a chain every time.
He was trying to convince this
No.
girl to
He
have
was
sex
by
with him,
himself.
like some real like.
Brian Pumper would have
let's
2
get this
girls
content.
chained up like they were dogs.
Did
and
someone
I thought
call the
that was
cops?
player's shit.
What if I just go to the county jail and just ask like, hey, can I speak to Brian Pumper
He gonna whoop your ass. He gonna ask you about this video.
through the glass?
Does he know about the thing you made? Does he have knowledge of it?
This nigga said he steals fucking toilet paper, bro.
Well, I think that I think he's been locked up for the entire duration.
Is he in jail?
Yeah,
Oh,
I believe. I heard he got picked up on some crazy sex trafficking charges. Maybe.
kidnapping Lawrence Fishburne's daughter.
Can someone help me? I will pay for it, but how do you like contact the city and find out what somebody is locked up for? I've never had
Do you
to
know
do
his
it.
government
You
name?
did it for
All you
house
gotta-
phone
all
when
you
you
gotta-
thought he was
All you
dead.
gotta do is
It's
put
easy.
their government name in.
If you have their government name?
And you have his government name.
Do I?
I mean, you did a whole fucking documentary on the guy. I'd hope
I
you.
could maybe find it.
Find his birthday, government name. Sometimes they don't show you that. They'll let you know to bail him out. And they'll let you know how much trouble he's in.
Yeah, I would like to know. I would think that if he could bail out, he probably would. Although I guess also probably he doesn't know anybody who has any money to bail him out. So
He knows Lawrence Fishburne, man.
I don't know if I want to bail him out if he's going to be a danger to society.
What
which
if
it
you
seems
ba-
like he most certainly is.
What if you bailed him out and then gave him a podcast?
What if I bail him out and then he goes and rapes somebody and then I got that on my conscience?
Was that why he's there? He raped someone?
I'm
he
not
hit,
saying
he Ron
yes,
Jeremy
but
someone?
I don't. I think his charges are of a sexual nature.
He hit him with that Trey Songz?
I had a
Oh,
fan.
come on. Don't do the homie like that, man.
Hey, yo. No, I had a fan hit me up sending me screenshots of shit from the city website or whatever saying that he was being held on like $1 million fucking bail or
Fuck.
whatever it was. And I don't remember the details, but like I did
Michael
have a fan just-
Felton.
Who's that?
Fucking Brian Pumper, bro.
His name is Michael? It took one Google.
Josh, we just didn't do it. I knew it was possible. Michael Felton.
Michael
What the fu-
Felton.
Sounds like Michael Bolton.
Why not Michael Pumper?
Mike Pumper.
Mike Pumper.
Where does Brian
Mike
come
Oh,
from?
Mike Pumper's gas.
I always tell my girl that if we have a son, we're gonna name him Brian.
After Brian Pumper?
Well, that's what she says. But for me, I just
You like that basic ass name?
I like the dog from Family Guy.
Yeah, but Brian is that's like fucking
That's a weirdo name.
Depends how you spell it too. I mean,
maybe a BRY.
Like, who names a kid
N?
Brian?
Hey,
What the
this
fuck
is
am I
Brian.
supposed to name my kid? I'm not gonna name him Zeus like T-Rell or some shit.
That's fire.
He got all Z names for his kids.
Yeah, but Brian is it's like fucking,
You want to go viral? Name your next kid Only Fanisha.
No, absolutely not.
or Peter.
Peter, that's a stupid name.
I think I'm
Parker
gonna
or Peter?
officially change Parker to Parkeisha.
Okay.
Is that your daughter's name, Parker?
Let's end this shit
Parkeisha
now.
now.
The show is good.
Please.
That's a nice name that can go either way.
Parkeisha.
Yeah.
Let's go. No jumper. Coolest podcast in the world. AD, Bootleg Kev, Trev. Let us know what you think in the comments. I know you already said all kinds of shit in the chat, but let us know what you think in the comments. We'll be back real soon. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Maybe House Phone will get himself out of the fucking psych ward or wherever he's posted up right now.
Hopefully he can do Disconnected this week.
Oh, good point. Or we're going to have to make fucking the cam girl come do it for him or something. I don't know.
Whoa, that'll be fire.